Hello, everybody, and welcome to the CPL qualifiers. We are in the third weekend. It looks like right now we're waiting for WCG with KC Shield members to actually join the lobby. I am waiting to see everybody as rostered, and of course, I did get a sneak peek over here in the channels from Discord. I do see, actually, I can point them out. There were a few people in the stream chat. Wink, wink. Colophonius was talking about generally if he was playing or not, and I can actually confirm he is in the lobby. He's playing. He's gonna be on the roster of WCG along with Stroke Z, Sofia, and Burize. They're gonna be on WCG. On the other side, on KC Shield, we do have Elephant Guy, we got Gangsta, we have Isildur and DGS playing today for them. I do want to say hello everybody, and of course bonsoir Riotiun. Hello there sir, boa tarde Eli, thank you for joining us. We got all the Triangle, good evening, and CME Fall was the one who picked up that first promotion. Thank you very much, and of course welcome to the channel. Just waiting over here for everybody to it's Dank Psycho, not Isildur. Wait, really? I mean, sure, it's Dank Psycho. His name though is, well, I mean, Casey Isildur, whatever, it doesn't matter. Anyway, he's gonna be in the lobby, so yeah, there we go. Okay, so looks like, of course, we're gonna need to wait a few more minutes here, and this actually gives me the time to talk a little bit about what happened in the CPL qualifier. So I'm gonna put it up on the main screen here. There we go. We got a CPL qualifier season 6 file, which I can actually share over here if you want to look at it. We got in Group A, Siv Joe leading the way there with 3 wins, Suomi with 1, CAW with 1, and Myeongang with 0. In the Group B, we do have Duhanza with 2 points, KCFFA with 1, Exile with 1, and Blue Team did come up short with 0 points. We got KC Shield with 2 wins, WCG 2 wins, Irel 0, Dead Settler 0, and of course, we're gonna find out today who's gonna take that extra point and who's gonna come up on the first position over there in Group C. In Group D, we do have Ulysses leading the way with, well, I should say Ulysses, not there's no E over there. We got 2 points for them, Duhanza but better with 1 point, Morabius with 1 point, NDY with 0. Ulyss with NDY, I think they should play on Monday, if I'm not mistaken. They did settle, and there was an announcement earlier, actually confirmation of their time earlier on the schedule for the casters. In this game, in Group C, we do have 2 remap tokens available for both teams, so that means they can actually use the remap tokens in this game. They can only use 1 per game, so at least we have to know about that, and at the moment we are not exactly sure what kind of map they will be playing. I see there's one more player missing over here, but it should be fine. I would like to take this moment to talk a little bit about the qualifiers from CFR. We haven't been following them that closely, but I do have the file open over here, and of course if you do want to check it, I'm gonna actually put it over here in the stream chat, so you can actually check it for yourself. We do have in the Group A, Quid Imperial leading the way with 4 games played, 4 wins. In the same group, there was F-Tam M, Saint Desen, the scene actually, I think, Fantomas, and Anywhere OOTW. In the Group B and 2, we do have, I think actually 3 of them will go forward, right? The one with the green will go forward, the one with the red will not go forward. So it's F-Tam, me, M, Saint Desen going forward with 2 wins both, and of course 1 loss. It looks like they might actually need to play tiebreaker over here. Boa tarde, Sakanajem. I do not know the map yet. We're still waiting for everybody to get in the lobby, and of course we're gonna need to see when we're gonna have that how to say vote started. Just a few moments here in Group B, and we do have in the Group 2 actually, as they like to call it. It's Barking Gang coming up with 3 wins and of course 3 games played. Auditorings Roses with 2 wins and it looks like 2 losses. CPB with 2 wins and 1 loss. D Shark with 0 wins and 2 losses. D3 with 0 wins and 2 losses. in the group, in the third group, group Tra, we do have Sphinx with 2 wins, 0 losses, Sumer Rangers with 2 wins and 0 losses. I think they actually played yesterday. They might have. Oh yeah, there we go. They did play yesterday. I think this was no. This was not it. I think maybe it wasn't updated over here because I'm pretty sure I saw it being streamed by Softstyle, if my memory serves me right. Anyway, we're gonna need to see. I believe Sphinx did win, but I do wanna confirm that exactly when they're they're gonna complete this Google Doc. It's much better to wait for official information than to actually just make assumptions over there that might not be true. We do have everything over here, and it looks like, yeah, good evening, Varface, and welcome, sir. Hello. Let me actually put up the big screen again. Hi. Let's see what is going to happen over here. Of course, just waiting for the players to switch around their places, and of course, we are just waiting to get that... how to say, to get that thing, a ban going. Of course, I'm actually, this time I didn't actually take an interview with the teams, which I guess it is my mistake. I would have definitely wanted to see a bit of how to say, sneak peek into their minds, to see exactly how they would like to how they would like to play this out, how do they feel about their opponents, and so on and so forth. Even though honestly I do feel both teams are here to actually make a stand, especially since they did manage to get 2 wins in their group. Both of them did manage to get 2 wins in their group, so this is exactly the departure game that they were looking for, and we're gonna need to see exactly what are they gonna play. I'm pretty sure there's a little bit more experience on WCG because they did play more in the qualifiers. KC Shield is a relatively new team, but I do believe in their power because they got a lot of trainings done, which is extremely important, especially in the past 6 months that I've seen. They have been playing a lot, and I mean a lot. So we need to actually see how they will fare, and of course what the result will be at the end of the day. Just waiting over here to get that, come on, and get it going. Let's get it going, boys. Let's get it going. Okay, soon to start. Come on, we're soon to start. It's fine. It's happening, boys. It's happening. Just waiting. Okay, there we go. I just need to click on buttons to get something. Give me a second. And there we go. Yep. Okay. So let's go for it. Come on. Team pluses everywhere. I do have to point out I did try as much as possible to predict when the game actually starts, and unfortunately with my timer and so on for the stream, it does look like I came across a few problems. It was either too late or too early, and I had to do quite a few things. It does feel like we might need or at least I might need to always start a little bit early to be at the correct moment in time, especially when they're starting. But I guess I'm gonna have to adapt somehow with the subjects to find out exactly. Oh, your plant is coming on very well. Just seen the pictures in Discord. Oh yeah, it's amazing. I actually wanted to do some pictures today, but I woke up a little later. I'm changing my schedule to the Brazilian time zone so I can get a game going tomorrow. Casimir Miller, привет, sir. Hello. Okay, we got the votes starting up, and I'm gonna switch the screen here. We got everything. There we go. We got everything on the screen. Map, pools, continental islands, Fractal, Inland Sea, Pangea, Seven Seas, and Tiltex looks like are gonna be the choices for today, and they have started banning them. On one side, we do have Elephant Guide from KC Shield banning from their side, and General will be banning for WCG. There is there are a lot of calls over here for the General. He did make a very good game, so by the way, in the last CWC, so we're expecting quite a bit for him. No pressure. I'm just saying that we're definitely expecting a lot from him. We're gonna need to see when he's gonna actually, rip his Yeah, well, I don't want to say that. I don't want to continue that statement. Oh, well, you know what I mean. Good luck to my... Oh, hello there. We got Kanak actually in the stream chat. Hello there, sir. Welcome. In the map pool choices, we do have only 2 remaining maps here to be chosen, Pangea or Fractal. And of course, it looks like they did go for Pangea. This is going to be one of those fight, boys. Of course, Fractal would have been quite a bit of RNG type of map. On Pangea, you do get at least to settle a few cities and then go against your opponent. We do have to say, of course, that Pangea most of the time has been chosen because you do get all of those options to sim, and at the same time you're gonna get the options to war, maybe take over your opponent, even though in the last 6 months I've seen a different type of meta starting to take hold, and especially with the Highlands coming up in the players' choices so many times, 7 Seas as well. They did start a little bit to move away from the early timings to attack their opponents to the later on timings. It got to a point in which everybody could actually defend properly at the beginning of the game. So if you were playing against good players, you couldn't actually pass through. You couldn't actually take over. But anyway, we're going to see probably brawling civilizations being picked up over here and at the same time being banned. This is one of the things that I'm looking forward to see if, and of course find the answer to, if they are going to try to take them out or leave as many as possible in, because that's another one of those tactics that I've seen being chosen over here in the active ban phase. Looks like, and one other thing, I've seen a lot of times General play Persia, so he might actually go for that. I just rang in my brain over there that, oh, General Persia, oh. We'll see. Looks like Gorgo over here with Basil II and Japan got taken out. Of course, those samurais, the Tangmas, and the hoplites of Gorgo would have done an amazing job on this map, but there are still very powerful civilizations left open, and Scythia is going to be the next one that's going to take the axe here. Not going to be allowed to be played in the first roster. Most of the time, I also have seen players try to go for a balanced approach in their choosing of civilizations, trying to get at least 1 or 2 gold makers, and then the other ones would have been or as much as possible adaptable civilizations. Like I was saying, Persia would be a very powerful civilization here, as well as Rome, as well as Crete. There are quite a few choices, even though I have seen people shine oh my god, do very well with civilizations like Maya, for example, on the Pangea map, since you don't have that many chances of spawning next to water. Yes, it can happen, but Maya would be quite adaptable. Another one of those would be the Gauls, and exactly we can see it over here, taken out in the 5th choice. Of course, the Oppidums over here. Oh, what the F, bro? 1 sec. There we go. I don't know why there was a... Man, I killed like 2 flies today. What is this? I'm becoming the killer of the flies. Anyway. If with the Gauls early production, you can definitely charge ahead. The only problem is that lack of gold on your side, and of course you will need to get that gold from your allies, or at the same time, or wait at least for the mid part of the game when you can get to a higher population count and get that gold from your own commercials. Genghis Khan showing up in the 6th part over here. Interesting that they did want to take that out, but left open all of those other civilizations that their opponents definitely are going to be looking for, and one of them, wink wink, Persia comes to mind. I am expecting also Dido to be picked, or something like Victoria, especially after the last weeks in which we've seen how powerful those civilizations can be. Very adaptable, and at the same time, even if they don't have direct war bonuses, they can do so much for their team because of their gold generation and production. Looks like Elephant Guy is gonna go for the direct bonus civilizations, and of course Lotaro over here with its +5 against civilizations in a golden age is gonna show up as one of those strong choices for with the extra combat strength. That is gonna be quite a deterrent for his opponents to go into a golden age. I'm actually looking forward to see how he's gonna spawn. The weird thing about the Mapuche, and I really have to mention this, we've seen Mapuche shine a lot when it gets its appeal, but it's like good, only a good civilization when it not gets his appeal. So we're gonna need to see how his land is gonna look like, and if he will actually have that opportunity to use his Shemamul's, his unique improvements for that extra culture, and of course raise his empire with civics. We do have immediately General going for Rome and Cyrus for Sophie. Looks like, of course, they are picking up those civilizations which do very well at the beginning. We do have Rome over there with the legions, Cyrus coming up with those immortals, few spears, man, and of course the internal trade routes. I'm looking forward to see how Dank Psycho is gonna pick this up. By the way, I do have to mention, because I was in the stream chat earlier, there were like calls again, Isildur is Dank Psycho, Isildur is Dank Psycho. I don't know why he changed his name, but he did on the CPL for some reason change his name. So yeah, that is Dank Psycho. Maybe I should actually change his name back. Why doesn't he have the same name? Yeah, well, now he has the same name. Psycho. Well, there we go. Now he has the same name. There's no more confusion around. Okay, Mapuche number one pick indeed. They did actually go for Mapuche as a number one pick. I haven't seen actually Mapuche being picked first in quite some time here, and it looks like they did go for Cree as the fourth option over here, and of course the second option from KC Shield. Definitely a strong pick. I am a bit worried that Cree will take a bit too long to develop his empire, especially compared to Rome and Cyrus, but well, we're gonna need to see. I'm also a bit curious how they will play this out, if they will go for one of those casino style picks like Korea, for example, which can give them a good advantage, but it would also make them a bit problematic, have a few problems. Also, there is a possibility for them to go for the Tundra civilizations, and we've seen yesterday how Russia could shine on the Seven Seas. We might see something like that as well over here. I'm not sure what happened here, by the way. I see Elephant Guy said Macedon, and someone picked Netherlands. I'm not sure if that. I don't think they actually wanted that. I think they wanted Macedon. But anyway, oh well. Spain coming up as the seventh choice. Looks like, of course, I think Macedon over here as the eighth. Catherine de Medici showing up as the ninth, and one single choice remaining. And this is gonna be the one. This is gonna be the one that is gonna make the difference, and it is gonna be Pericles. Okay, so both Greece's taken out. They didn't want to leave them in the game for any kind of culture shenanigans. But I have to mention, they left the Tundra civilizations, and look at that, we got Peter showing up over here, Burize knowing exactly what was left open as a high-powered civilization, of course, with Mother Russia over here with the Cossacks, with the Lavras. That is, of course, a big, how to say, a big winner. We're gonna need to see if he's actually gonna get his Tundra to display his powers over there with the Lavras, or is he gonna be forced to play something a bit more around forests or rivers with river goddess and so on. That actually brings me up to another point here. We might see something like Khmer and well, Poland. Poland just got picked with Jadwiga, which we haven't seen it in quite some time. The same we can be said about Simon Bolivar here. Again, we haven't seen him in quite some time, even though in the last CWC we did have him make quite a bit of a splash, a bang over there, and of course. With the Laneros, with the free Commandant General every era, you can imagine it can do so well. Jadwiga here with the Wing Hussars, and it's Sukeniches. We're probably gonna see him shine when it comes to that late medieval era or early Renaissance era. I'm actually quite, I would say, quite interested to find out if he will get those spawns that he would need. Jadwiga hasn't been showing up as a preferred choice for the players, just because you do need to play it in a certain way, which does take away a little bit from your other options. And that actually brings me up to the spawns here. This is one of those half casino style picks, is not actually but half, so I'm literally looking forward to see if his spawn will be up to match his power here. There still is a lot of potential on Jadwiga, and I don't not for a second I don't think Poland is a weak civilization. It's just that it doesn't have the same power as others. We do have the lobby opened up here, and it looks like we're gonna wait. Oh, give me a second here so I can. Okay, there we go. I was telling him how to mitigate that UI bug, which you've seen multiple times that it can actually work quite properly. It's fine. So definitely we don't want any kind of relobbies here. Hello there, Natro0225. Good evening and good morning, actually, sir. Admiral Fuzzy Pants. Hello there, sir. What map do we have this time? It is going to be Pangea. Seb, bonsoir and bienvenue. Also, I see Colophonius 67 going. I don't get that Casey draft, but let's see. Maybe it's big brain strength, and I have a small brain. Well, I don't know about that. I'm pretty sure we're gonna need to see how they're gonna play it. I am a bit worried about their gold generation here, but we'll see. We'll see how this will be played out. Of course, with Poundmaker on their side, they can rely on him on the gold. He's probably gonna be rushing commercials over there, and of course, trying to get those trade routes as soon as possible. It does look like from this, it feels at the moment, just at the moment, it feels like WCG has the better draft. With Cyrus, with Rome, with Cleopatra and Peter coming up on their choices, I do believe they have the economy, they have the faith, they have a winning condition civilization, and that is of course Peter over there, which has been winning for so many times. I'm pretty sure we're gonna see a bit of a struggle over here from KC Shield to defend against a possible culture victory. But of course it can be done, especially with Jadwiga, and especially with the power of Lotaro over here, which can definitely do quite a bit of damage if he's gonna be next to an opponent. Torderver, this is gonna be Pangea, and we are loading into the first into the map here. They do have one remap token for each team, and of course we're just waiting for it to happen. We're just waiting for the turn 8 to actually see the thing and the song. No wonder sieves. Oh, I'm sorry. They didn't set well, they didn't do the settings right in the. Oh well, it's fine. We'll see. We will see. We will see. Okay, so let's go and take a look at what's happening over here. Looks like, of course, we're waiting for the lobby to activate here and the map to reveal itself. We do have the first show with Egypt in the top left part of the map, and it does look like right to his south we do have DGS with Cree. Also, I do notice we got Poland. Ooh, this is gonna be an interesting one for Sophie. He's gonna be between two enemy civilizations, and of course, with those Kree scouts from the bottom, it will be a bit awkward for him. He does have an open spot for that ship tile to go for an extra food, and of course, he could settle in place if he wanted to, but that would block him. Well, actually, he can get the city. It's fine. I do see, yeah, there we go. He just jumped on that ship tile to get the extra food in his capital, and he's gonna grow much faster. He does have more settles over here. This would actually be the strongest settle to the south, so he gets some extra culture, and at the same time works very powerful tiles. The only awkward position is of these volcanoes. This can disrupt quite a few of his plans over here, taking down districts, taking down all damaging units, and so on and so forth. Not to mention the cities. It's not ideal, but definitely you can try to work around them. I'm actually curious how he is going to plan out his cities to the south over here and to the east. Of course, as much as he will try to go south, he will end up being next to Cree over here. If he's gonna try to go towards the east, he will end up going towards Poland. Even though Poland at the beginning is, you know, I don't really see him going for an encampment. I'm pretty sure he's gonna try to go for holy sites, which does of course, will put pressure on his city count and or city population count, and it will cause quite a few issues when it comes to his district numbers. We're gonna need to see exactly if Elephant Guy will make that sacrifice, will try to get an encampment maybe from a second city and delay his other districts like science, like commercials. It will be a big sacrifice, but of course it might actually end up being a good one since they can overpower Egypt. I do also want to point out Egypt has a very strong unit at the beginning, the Mariano Chariot Archer. It does get revealed over here at wheel, and it will be extremely good. It's basically like an early crossbow, and which can possibly have a 4 movement if it starts on flat land, so you can imagine it can move and shoot quite fast. It is quite dangerous, but I've seen players managing to do quite well against it. Of course, most of the time you have to deal with it with swords. It is going to be quite tough to deal with it with just horses, but we'll see. We will see how this will be played out. To the south, we do have Kree on the same continent here. It looks like he's getting his Occhitaus out. It looks like he's also working his sheep tile for 1 turn. I'm not sure if he's actually going to switch to a 2-2 tile. That's what I read from the production. You can see his city, instead of growing in 4, which is the default growth, we do have the Occhitau, we do have it growing in 3, and of course the Occhitau actually growing in 5. Also, this is the first Pangea non-naval map played in CWC in a few games. Indeed, there are very few games actually played on the Pangea map. Looks like Seb was also asking if Egypt and Rome will be the one sandwiching Crete or Poland, and Crete sandwich Egypt. Interesting spawn. Yeah, this is basically like the how to say the chaotic Pangea map at its finest over here. We do have them quite close to each other, and we're gonna need to find out how they will play this out. There are so many options that could be appearing over here. Of course, I do see DGS has a good second settle on the cattle tile, that but at the same time you have to remember, oh my god, I just realized, do you see how many pastures Kree has? Do you see how this is unbelievable? We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pastures in the capital. 6 pastures in the capital. Do you know what that means? We will have insane trade routes over here from Kree when it comes to its how to say, extra food and the production. If we take a look at Kree bonuses, you have to look at the pound maker actually. Your outgoing trade routes grant 1 food to pound maker per camp or pasture at the destination. Trade routes sent to your cities grant +1 gold per camp or pasture. So +6 gold, +6 food. That is gonna be amazing, and that is ivory. Indeed, that is ivory. So we have some ivory as well. Oh my god, this is gonna be an insane capital for him. I can't wait to actually see if this map is gonna be played out or not. Of course, we do have a wonder to the south over here, Pamukkale. This is gonna be between him and General. General is the one with the Rome. And it looks like he doesn't have an awesome spawn, but definitely, again, can make it work, especially with settle on Pamukkale. He can get a very strong campus over there. 2 very strong campuses. Actually, wait a second. 3 very strong. We got 4, +4 over here, a +4 over here, another +4 over here. And he can definitely settle a marble tile to the east side. And the only problem would be, of course, the food intake and the production output. That is going to be quite an issue for him. But anyway, he did settle on ivory tile, and of course he's getting that extra point of gold, and at the same time putting some production into his scouts. Getting an amenity from the beginning does help you quite a bit. We do need to see if he's going to manage to get a second one for that juicy bonus. Of course, settling on it would be the easy way to get it. One other thing, he is in a prime position to actually put some pressure on Kree over here and make him focus to the south instead of going towards the north, towards Egypt. That was actually one of the things that was being talked over here in the stream chat. If they will try to sandwich one of these members, well, we'll see. We will need to see that. Krakow did settle on a 2-2 base. That is a stone tile, and looks like the city of his capital city is producing scouts here. He's going for astrology in 5 turns. Very nice. So he's gonna try to get that religion quite fast here. Does have I would say strong-ish, not amazingly strong, but strong-ish. Second settles, one on the right side for some extra food, and he does have a few 2-2 tiles to work on the east side. He can definitely go over here on that sheep tile and get another one for a 2-2 base and other tiles to work, but he's gonna need to spend some gold or go for the marble and maybe settle a city a little bit southern over here on this one, on this 2-1 tile. It depends, we'll see. Of course, one to the north as well, towards the floodable terrain, and he does have a few city states around him for some kind of takeover, even though honestly I wouldn't actually want any of these cities in my empire. Like, look at Ayutthaya. It's like no production, bro. Like literally no production. Like the only production he has is from a 2-1 tile. That's a problem. Okay, gangster rejoinings, hotkeys. Oh, sure. Yeah, I don't know why. Oh, sure. Taruga has the same problem over here. It's in the tundra, and of course it won't actually benefit him that much. There is a strong river goddess though for Poland, and that is going to be quite interesting to get. And that extra amenity, the extra faith adjacency and so on would be quite powerful over here for the Polish leader. Let's take a look at Bogota, and we're going to have to actually make this a little bit faster because we do have like 4 more civilizations to go for and not that much time. Colombia is in the middle, so it looks like he's gonna get the choice to go on the west side as well as on the east side. Colombia is played by Dank Psycho, and he's not actually gonna get an early target to attack into. I have to say that this is not actually a bad thing. I would actually say that this is a good thing. This allows him to actually develop his empire and get to those Laneros and then use those to actually go against an enemy. There could be a possible target here for Russia, even though just looking at Russia's spawns makes me think they're gonna want to remap this, like only because of Buriz's spawn, like only because of this. It looks like it's a sad tundra spawn for Russia, but this is exactly why, you know, Russia, well, I mean, you take a chance, right? You take a chance. Colophonius just saying it. No, just no. You don't like that? You don't like that spawn, or what was that? What was that? Anyway, with coming up on this side, we do have Mapuche meeting a purge over here, and looks like they will have 3 continents to actually play around. I do see Pasagarde also has a bit of a problem here. He does have an amenity from his initial spawn on that cotton tile, and it does look like he's gonna have a few cities to settle, one over here and one over here, but otherwise he's gonna have a problem with his expanse. Not easy to play this out. He can play it, but it's definitely not gonna be on the same power level as Mapuches or Gran Colombia over here. I do have to point this out, by the way. Looking at the appeal over here, Mapuche did not get his good appeal tiles to play with, so those Shemamuls are just not gonna be here. Okay, so we're turn 8. We're gonna have that I want to say spawn. We're gonna have that vote soon enough, and at the same time I do want to quickly put up over here in the right side to see the city states. Oh man, this is a sad story. I mean, don't get me wrong, I like his deers, like I like his potential camps. I just don't like the amount of tundra and its possible bonuses for his lavras. This is gonna be a low faith yield Russia, and you've seen how much of a difference does it make to actually have a good and powerful Dance of the Aurora. Yesterday, Ben just went crazy with that Russia. 300 faith a turn with so many bonuses on his side, so many cities, like I don't know, 14 cities at the end over there. It was amazing. Not to mention his stats were way high up. Yeah, I reckon they both want a remap. Also, hello there, Rafifi. The quantity of mountains is scary. It's in the kind of case you're happy to play with. Oh, we actually have only one team that wanted to remap this, and it looks like WCG used their remap token, and I'm pretty sure it is because of Russia. But this is something that we're gonna have to this is something that we're gonna have to remember. Oh man, I don't wanna say this, but he just needs to initiate the remap. Well, I guess it will take us 3 minutes to get back into the lobby here. Just a few seconds. Also, let's see, Casey might have done it anyway once they know Kree is alone. Well, yeah, I mean, Kree wasn't kind of alone, but he had Russia to the south and Egypt to the north. It wasn't a good, powerful Kree spawn for him. Or maybe I misread your comment. Anyway, coming back to this, I do have to go and get into, let me see, refresh this so I can get back into the game. There we go. Okay. I needed to get the link back. Also, Xanatos was making a good point over there. We finally get to see a decently shaped Pangea. It actually was quite some time since we've seen, or is quite some, has been quite some time since we've seen one of those Pangeas in which all of the land is, you know, one big block and not peninsula, some inland sea, some, I don't know, some really skewed things over there happening. And indeed, it is quite interesting to see if we'll have a second generation like this, a second map generator like this. It's not so rare to see a Russian without Tundra. It's not so troublesome. Canada needs it, else it's in trouble. Yes, I do agree, Rafifi. It's not so. It's not extremely problematic, but if you really want to shine with Russia, you do need that Tundra for that faith. And the biggest example that I can give is yesterday's game when we did have so much. When we did have so much Tundra for him, and he just developed his empire with Dance of the Aurora, got so much face generation and all of the other outputs. Ben over there did exactly what he needed to do with Russia. Did manage to get Colosseum, did manage to get all of those cities as fast as possible on his rivers, a lot of fresh water and so on and so forth. Basically, it was an ideal game for Russia. But his spawn helped him so much. There are other cases in which I've seen, for example, Chuck do very well with Russia in a 2v2 format, and when he was playing with Malm going against his opponents, was that I don't remember exactly who it was. I don't remember the players, I remember their civilizations. I know that he was going against Daido and Korea, but I don't know, it like flew out of my mind. Who was it? Anyway, it doesn't matter. We're just waiting for the players to pick their civilizations here, and we will see a second map generated here soon enough. It's still going to be Pangea, and there is still a remap token available for KC Shield if they want to use that. We're going to have a pause at turn 8, and of course, in the meantime, the players are just getting ready with their civilizations leaders and at the same time their slots. Un Krautvernichter tier. Actually, I'm sorry if I mispronounce your name. Thank you very much for the follow, sir, and welcome. Let's see, they're talking about getting that, there we go. So team 1 name, it's KC Shield, team 2 name is Wheelchair Gaming. Of course, we will have continuous games. The settings is just normal settings, no extra game modes available. All of the victory conditions, 33 wonders, world age new, classic regions definition, and of course we're just a few seconds away from starting this up. Maybe we get this going. More. Man, have any of you seen Britannia as a series, by the way? Let me actually put up a poll here. I'm really curious if anybody have seen this. Have you seen Britannia series? There we go. Just a quick poll over here to find out if you guys have seen Britannia. You can actually check it, get the answers in the poll in the stream chat. It's a series on, I believe it's HBO Go or something, and oh my god, that is quite a. It is basically telling the story between when the Romans came into Britain and they started, trading punches with the people over there in Britain, and the Druids came into and the fight and so on and so forth. Actually, why don't we have Druids in this game for Victoria or something? Can you imagine having Druids into the game? Well, I mean, they were dancing around Stonehenge and stuff like that. Ooh. 6 out of 10. Okay, 6 out of 10 movie, you mean? Okay, yeah, I mean, it's definitely not 10 out of 10, but yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna leave that going, and looks like Rafifi already putting the mark over here. Tundra not found. Error. Is he gonna be in this little Tundra? No, at least he had Torres. I mean, you gotta give him that. Look at this bat. Oh my god. I think I used this expression for so many times now, but this is exactly, when you drop from a lake into a well over there. This is exactly what's going on. Let's see where Russia is. Come on, let's see us. Boys, where is Russia? Okay, we got Egypt, we got Poland, okay, in the middle we got Gran Colombia, Persia. Oh, Russia. Okay, Russia has 2 tiles of tundra. Oh, man. Well, at least he's gonna get Pantanal to put his Lavras next to him. That's gonna give him that much needed extra adjacency to his Lavras. That's nice. At the same time, he does have a good spawn in his capital. 2-3 deer tiles. I do see him on 2-2s and some other 2-2s to the south. Definitely can go for Temple of Artemis here. And it looks like he is gonna go on the coast. Okay. Not bad, but he is in. Oh my god, look at Dank Psycho's Gran Colombia. Anyway, I do want to come back to this and see what's going on from the west to the east, so we get to keep our momentum going and have the same readout. Looks like we do have Gangsta with 2-2 base. He just moved from that river, and of course he is gonna have a bit of a problem with his. Oh no, he's not. Oh my god, I wanted to say, because I saw so much rainforest, I wanted to say, oh, he's gonna get so much problems with not the many Shema moves. He's not gonna get the culture. He's not gonna be a big boy. But then I opened up this thing, and then I saw Pio Tahi over here with the extra culture already, with some ching with some food over there. That is quite nice, and you can imagine putting those Shema moves all over it. Oh my god, that is gonna be so nice for him. Can get, of course, the rainforest chopped over here, snipped, and then just place his Shema moles on the remaining tiles. I'm pretty sure the peel will go up once the rainforest is gonna disappear. We do have him with a seal tile, also 2 tiles away from his capital. He does have quite a few tiles for good and powerful campuses. I see +3s, maybe some +2s over here. Definitely strong enough to put those in. There's a lot of fresh water and possibilities for him to settle his cities on. I do notice he has an enemy on the east side. He has Rome, and that's a General Rome over here, which honestly he has a few issues over here himself with his initial spawn. He did move across the river, so he gets settled on that 2-2 tile. I don't know exactly why the game decided to actually click on that, but never mind. We do have a 2-2 next to the city of Rome, and of course a 2-2 base. He is gonna get a second settle on maybe a die tile over here, but at the same time you can see how much he's lacking production on these cities here. He's gonna need to probably prioritize getting how to say getting cities to the north. I wanted to say getting cities to the north, but look at this, he's not even having this to the north here. He's gonna need to discover horses and put a lot of gold into his cities, not to mention some builder charges into his cities, so he gets what he needs. This is gonna be a bit of a problem, especially when you compare it to Mapuche spawn. So powerful, so powerful. Also a lot of cities to take over with. Anyway, looks like on the northeast we do have Cree. This time he has only 1, 2, 3 possible bonuses. Oh no, wait a second. 1, 2, 3, 4. Is there a fifth? Is there a fifth? No, we do have 4 bonuses for him in his capital. 4 extra food, 4 extra gold for each of those trade routes. It's still going to be quite important. He does need to improve them as soon as possible. And there is a potential for Temple of Artemis over here. He is on the fur continent, and of course could actually go for something like that, or maybe open sky for the Pantheon. We're gonna need to see if that will suit him. Of course, he does put some production into his Occitan, and from what I can see, he did go for a 2-2 base. Unfortunately, he's working on again the sheep tile for some extra food and not the production tiles. Oh well, we'll see if that's gonna be good for him. At the same time, there's a lot of possibilities here to go for the south, and he is probably not gonna be that troubled at the beginning of the game, which does mean he's gonna get to put down his commercials and maybe prepare for some mid to late game attacks over here. Maybe do a concentrated attack, a synchronized attack against Rome on the southwest. We do have Russia. We talked about Russia. I don't think there's anything new here. Quite a few interesting tiles at the beginning. A problem with his other cities, no Tundra. We do have Grand Colombia also benefiting from extra amber, and that means he's going to get an extra point of culture. He does have scouts coming out of his cities, and I do see he has a very good land. Very good land. Gold points from the Coco. We got a lot of mountains for that for those campuses. There are rivers for fresh water and so on. This is going to be quite nice for Dank Psycho to develop his city on. To his east there is Stroke Z over here, and of course I do see him with a scout, a 2-2 base. That's a stone tile, and this time at least he does have a much stronger spawn than he had last time, with a possible second settles here on the east side, on the west side, on the south. This is definitely not bad for Persia. He's gonna work it out, definitely gonna work it out. I actually like this. In the north we do have 2 civilizations quite close to each other. That's going to be Rakedet and Krakow, and this is dangerous actually, and this is dangerous for Poland. I have to mention that of course Rakedet there does benefit from those Mariano chariot archers, which will be shooting those arrows from the beginning. It will be a problem for Elephant Guy to defend his cities properly, and I'm pretty sure he's gonna try to go for astrology over here. Let me actually see. Yeah, there we go. He's 7 turns astrology, and he is gonna have more than a few issues to defend against Egypt. I'm worried, but oh well. In the meantime, he's getting some tiles improved here. He did get a builder, and he's gonna get he's gonna accumulate horses from now on. 3 turns for a settler coming out from Krakow. He of course did meet Egypt on the east side, so they do know before turn 8 that they will have this. But this is a big choice. Do they give up on 3 powerful spawns just to keep Poland maybe alive and settle another and maybe take the chance of losing this position, or do they keep this map and of course maybe sacrifice Poland, but with at the same time with a possible sacrifice on Russia or takeover of the Russian Empire? Not to mention I'm pretty sure Rome over there would have quite a few issues keeping up with his neighbors. That is a big sacrifice to make over here. Let me see what's going on in the stream chat. They changed River Goddess. Yes, sir, they did change River Goddess. It used to be that you get 2 faith adjacency for your holy sites. Now you only get 1 faith adjacency for your holy site. And hello. How many heals for haciendas? Let me actually put up the screen. A lot of heals. Look at those heals, man. 10 out of 10 heals. Also, CC Pyro, good evening, sir. Yeah, it's less of an auto pick now for. And the Nays have it. They did go for the choice. Elephant Guy is gonna try to withstand as much as possible the damage outputted by those Mariano Chariot Archers, and we will see a war between Russia and Gran Colombia. We will see Persia maybe sneaking in some of those immortals. We will see, of course, Mapuche over here try to get those Shema Muls all over the place. They did find out Pio Puetahi is to his southwest, and of course he just found out he has Rome on his east side as a target. And remember, those Mapuche how to say, oh my god, the unique units, I just, like on the tip of my tongue over there, but it's just, oh my god. Malon Raiders, oh my god, Malon Raiders, there we go. I found the answer, boys, I found the answer. Anyway, just a quick read, thank you very much, Colophonius. Just a quick read. I do want to put it up over here so we do know their strategic resources, and then we're going to talk about the city-states, and then I'm going to put up those team labels and so on and so forth. So give me a second, or give me a few minutes. We do have Gangsta with horses and iron in his capital borders right now. He just needs to get the technologies and at the same time a builder to improve those tiles. Looks like in the city of Rome, we do have iron tile 2 tiles away from his capital. He did need to spend the gold to get other tiles over here, 2 twos to work, and of course the 133 truffle tile, which I don't really believe is working, but I can double check that. Yeah, he's not working yet. You can see he's on 5 gold a turn. He would have been on 8 if he would have actually worked that. He does have horses in his third ring, and I'm pretty sure he's gonna try to get a city around here somewhere where he does have his scout position to wait a little bit. There could be a possibility for them to actually put cities on the water in the south, so they can try to trade coastal here. That could actually be a good income generator between Russia and Rome. Looking at Kree's land, we do have 2 turns for the settler to come out from Mikisivwachik, and of course at the moment I see he only has 1 single, 3 okay, never mind. So they did spend the gold on those Occhitaus, and he's trying to figure out where his target is. This is exactly like, you know, those scanners in Alien. This is and you see the ping going everywhere, and by the looks of it, he just popped a hut and got 10 faith. Very nice, very nice. Those people were kind enough for him to give him a very fast pantheon here. Looks like in the yield stab he was already making 1 faith point a turn. He's on 13. That means he is gonna probably get the first pantheon out of the game here. Actually, wait a second, Goddess of the Hunt was the first on Russia. Goddess of the Hunt? Wait, really? He didn't go for the extra faith on the Lavras? Well, that's gonna make a sting. Oh well, we'll see how that will play out. We do have also Mikisivwachik with a bit of a lack of iron. You can see the iron is actually further away than he could even grab those tiles. This is gonna be a problem. It's 4 tiles away from his capital. He does have horses though, and definitely would want to improve those. And an unbelievable amount of coal in the capital. Oh my god, if this goes to late game, all of those coal power plants will be steaming, bro, steaming. We do have Russia also with a lot of iron to the west side over here. He just popped a hut of his own and got a little bit of faith there. Looks like the city of Voronezh got placed next to an oil tile, and of course he does have horses next to that Lavra he placed next to St. Petersburg. He is not going yet for it, even though he did manage to get the animal husbandry. Of course you can see the camp improvements and the pasture improvements. He is aware of the horses, but he's not accumulating them yet in his capital. I do also notice Gran Colombia is starting to accumulate horses. You can see he did upgrade his strategic tiles. He did also upgrade his ambar, which is gonna be pillaged here. Stroke Z is waiting to snatch that mine with a scout. You can see here also the city of Bogota is finishing to train a slinger soon enough, and we're gonna need to figure out exactly what Deng Psycho's plan will be in this case. We do have an iron tile also to the southwest of Bogota, and I am pretty sure he's gonna try to to improve that as fast as he can. There are more huts that he can pick, and I do notice, by the way, that Psycho is gonna try to defend that amber tile with all his might, with the might of the slingers. Slingers unite! To the north over here, we do have Krakow. Already he put down his holy site. Looks like he's only generating 1 faith per 10 from that. He is trying to get into a position to defend properly against those upcoming Egyptian Marianos. They are coming, boys. This is well written in the stars. This was a prophecy. We do have Holy Site prayer projects coming up from him. I'm actually curious if he's gonna go for something like a Defender of the Faith or something else. Of course, when you do get Holy Sites, you are basically having a bit of an issue, a bit more than an issue, when it comes to your gold generation. You need to spend all of that upkeep, and you don't really generate anything in between, other than if you do go for Tithe or Sacred Places. I do see he is acquiring horses from now, and he does have a problem, a big problem with his iron tiles. His only iron is to the northeast, and I'm pretty sure it's going to be quite tough for him to actually acquire that in the northeast. That's going to put him a bit too close for comfort against Egypt here, even though, yeah, he's going to be coastal. Yeah, he's going to be, he's not going to have a river to defend behind, and I'm pretty sure with all of this flat land over here, those Marianos are just going to swap in, deal some damage, then swoop back, and so on and so forth. You can imagine Sophie over here can definitely abuse that last move, first move. That is a problem, but oh well, we'll see exactly how Sophie will play this out. And in the meantime, of course, he is going for his third settler here. Looking at the Rocket Dead, he does have a 2-3 base to work with, a deer tile underneath that capital, very nice. He does have horses as well in the north, and a banana tile, giving him that much needed extra food. Did manage to get his second city on the Chocolate Hills, and I do see him putting the production into his monuments here. Very nice, very nice. Going for horses. Okay, well, at the moment he's not actually acquiring neither of those resources, and honestly he doesn't really need them unless he wants to go on the offensive here. But I'm pretty sure he's gonna try to go for Mariano Chariot Archers before horses. Actually, wait a second. No, this is okay. He's going for bronze working. Not even okay. Never mind. He's going for bronze working. So he would need actually wheel. I don't see him developing that yet. It looks like he's taking it slow, boys. He's taking it slow. Oh my god. Whenever I say it's taking it slow, I don't know why, but I'm thinking of 2.5 Men. Oh well, it happens. Let me see the last civilization here. We do have Persia that did manage to get that pillage on the amber tile. Looks like Gran Colombia Slinger was not that fast on his feet to get on the amber tile, and Stroke Z did manage to get over there and just feasted on those gold points. We do have Stroke Z also getting another city to the north there, and he is 3 turns away from getting a third settler. He does have a lot of iron potential here with a few horses, but I am a bit wondering why did he choose to settle Bakhtri like this, honestly. Oh, Giant Causeway, very nice, but I mean it's probably not gonna be used very soon. Oh my god, Gangsta God. Oh, that is, oh my god, those are the gods of civilization, just giving Elephant Guy over here a bit of help, of course, with and he just got initiation rights, with the fact that he did manage to get an extra relic on his ally. He's just gonna keep it, and then he get one of his own. He's gonna have 3 relics to work for his religion, and of course you can imagine his monumentality will be bonkers. He is also gonna have how to say, the religion bonuses to work with, and initiation rights will allow him to get that extra nice and juicy faith points whenever he's gonna finish a unit. 40% of the total production of a unit. Very nice. I'm still a bit worried about the lack of interest in WCG to actually improve these tiles, improve the horse tile, improve the iron tiles, so they can actually acquire those resources and of course give them to their allies if need be. We do have an archer upgraded here, and it looks like Stroke Z is just moving around it. That archer, I think he just upgraded, and of course I do see he has an open line towards that horse tile. I'm pretty sure he is going to try to snatch that away. We do have a third settler also coming out from Bogota. A bit surprising that he's waited for so long to actually build it, but oh well. I guess you gotta do what you gotta do, man. You gotta do what you gotta do. Let's see if those Occidentals will have... Oh my... What is this land, bro? Oh my god. Rome got a bit of help as well. Okay, sure. He did have to put some gold into this. But oh my god, look at those 2-4 tiles and the 4-3-1 tiles over here for the general. Oh my god. The gods are shining. Are smiling on general right now. Not shining. Smiling. Okay, so we did finish this, we did finish that, we do need to look at the city-states, but I think we can actually take a little bit of time to just take a look at what's going on over here, and you know, take a look at the masterpiece of Stroke Z's movement. Let's see exactly how he's gonna try to swoop in on that horse tile. Of course, you can see he's actually right now he's not there yet. He doesn't know. Does he need to move over there? Does he want to keep his scout? Does he want to sacrifice his scout and so on? It will be, of course, a bit problematic. He can't just swoop in and take out those horses without any damage on return, you know. He is gonna get bumped a little bit. Anyway, let me actually put up the prediction over here, and I do want to also put up the team labels so we know who is who will win. On one side is Keishi Shield, on the other side is Wheelchair Gaming, of course, a WCG, which actually brings me up about another name. WCG was World Computer Games, actually. Back like 20 years ago, there was an organization called WCG made by Samsung, or I should say the main sponsor of it would have been Samsung. Let me also put up the team labels here. Give me a second. You did see, by the way, you did notice a dang Psycho was over there punishing the scout for moving on the horse tile. Well, it looks like Trozy just shift entered that away and swooped out. That was like you even heard him from here, you know, from the other side of the wall. Let me see. Left team, we do have WCG coming up today with Stroke Z, the general, Burize and Sophie playing today for them. On the right side, we do have Casey Shield with Dank Psycho, Gangsta, DGS and Elephant Guy, and of course we do have quite a few challenges for both of those teams. On the Pangea map, you can see it over here. We do have this proximity between Egypt and Poland. Poland with his religion, Egypt with his Marian Cheratarjas. We do see him also going for an encampment. This is war, boys. This is war. This is going to be extremely dangerous in the next era. I do see also first religion being picked up. Reliquaries with the Crusades. So Poland not giving up, man. Not even saying, you know what, I'm not going to sit in my cities. You better watch out. You better watch out. I'm coming. And of course, Sophie is gonna get his encampment down from Rakedet. He is gonna try to go for some general points, and in the meantime, we're gonna need to see how Elephant Guy will react to this. He is already generating 20 faith a turn with that reliquaries. He has a potential second relic to work with. He just needs his temples, and that is something that we're gonna need to watch out for. Also, let me actually switch over here the screen. They win for sure. Put everything on KC. Can somebody explain how shift enter works in multiplayer? Yes, Brainwasher. How shift entering does mean you're gonna end your turn. That's what it means. Hey, Memen Lee, hello there. In multiplayer, the turn doesn't end until all of the players enter their turn, or the timer ran out, as in the timer finished. If you do your shift enter, what it will do on your empire, what the effect will be on your empire, it will force all of the movements that were set as waypoints or traders and so on and so forth to finish their movement, to finish their turn. So you can set waypoints for your units, use the shift enter, and then it will force that to happen. Of course, you cannot move if you don't have any movement, and you're still bound by the rules of, for example, zone of control and so on and so forth, all of the other mechanics. There was a time in which shift entering did work on production and so on and so forth, as in you could have kept on banking production on your cities, but that time has been long gone. You cannot get that anymore. Okay, so let's see what's going on here. I do notice we're definitely going to need to check out who's going to get the generals here, and what kind of religion will Russia go for. He did go for his second settle, put down his Lavras, 2 of them. Looks like he went for Goddess of the Hunt, so he's not going to have that nice and juicy extra adjacency for his Lavras, but he will make quite a bit of faith from his beginnings. We are also 9 turns away from the medieval era. It's still early. It's anybody's game right now, and we do have to see exactly the initial moves of the players to figure out how they will achieve victory here. We do have a second settler from, a third settler actually, from Dank Psycho going to the northwest. He is probably going to settle on that Coco tile, getting a 2-2-3 base and an extra Coco to work with. That is actually a very good city to settle your location. We do have a trader also coming out from Bogota. Moksha assigned to the city. He will get some nice and juicy extra culture, and of course he is going to need to repair that amber tile. He does have a builder ready. It's just a matter of getting the getting the archer in position to defend that tile while the builder is going to get ready to repair it. And of course you do see that Persia does have a warrior over here next to the forest that is just waiting over there for one of those builders to move in and trying to snatch it. On Persia's side, we do have him going for God of Open Sky as a Pantheon. He's already working on his one trader, and I do see him going for his early monuments. At the beginning of the game, culture is extremely important because you do get access to those next tier civics, which do open up the cards. With the cards, you do get bonuses, and basically you transform that into potential gold or potential production. I do also notice we do have how do you say, let me see, oh there we go, City Patriot Goddess as a Pantheon on Gran Colombia, and there we go, he is slowly moving to repair that amber tile. Also initiation rights here. We do have a God of Craftsman for Rakedet, and he did get his horse tile improved. He's 2 turns away from getting a general here. Very important to note, he's already on 14 out of 30 points. He's gonna be on 15 out of 30 just by without the project, and probably 30 out of 30 with the project, or 32 actually. He did manage to improve his iron tile at the same time, and I'm pretty sure he's gonna try to go for some concentrated attack over here against Poland. Poland is in trouble with only 6 science and 9 culture. He definitely needs a lot of archers. He definitely needs to defend himself over here, and by the looks of it, he's still waiting to get all of those units built. He does have a river, a good river to defend behind, but at the same time there's a lot of flat land between him and Egypt, which will just allow those Mariano chariot archers to go very fast through this land. I do see Sophie actually going for iron working here with state workforce. Looks like he's moving around that Mariano chariot archers and going directly for the swordsman, going for the stronger units to take down Poland. At the same time, of course, we do have Elephant Guy going for his horseback riding and early empire. He doesn't have iron to work with, and that's probably one of the reasons he went for horseback riding. Let's take a look at what's going on here, and there we go, Shema Moles, Gangsta, just putting a few of them already on the map here. He did go for Fire Goddess as a Pantheon, getting that 3 faith per tile that got improved by those by that volcanic soil. You can see his Shema Moles is also getting that faith. Very nice, very nice. And he did go for his government plaza at the beginning, establishing Moksha in Puel Mapu, in his second city to the west side here. And it's just I think a moment, just a few moments for to see when he's gonna get his Shema Mole over here next to Pio Pio Tahi. Just Look at his bonuses right now. He's on 12 science with 7 culture. Did manage to get a +3 campus next to the mountains there. And of course, in the meantime, trying to get some nice and juicy extra culture. Very nice opening over here from Gangsta. I also want to go really quickly while we see this happening. I want to go really quickly through the city states because this is one of the bonuses we didn't talk about. Just want to watch... okay, sure. I mean, we can watch a bit of general, not all of the game, bro. Welcome, by the way, Gunan Abon Justice. Hello there. And looks like Auckland with Buenos Aires with Hong Kong will be the ones providing industrial benefits. We got Taruga with the Fez and Anshan providing science benefits. Looks like Samarkand with Muscat also did spawn on the game, and they will be providing the gold. One on each side of the map, by the way. I see one on the west, one on the east. Looks like Yerevan with Armagh will be the ones with religious benefits, and the Kumasi will be the only city-state providing culture. Of course, there is also Kabul, which is over here, and I'm pretty sure Persia might actually want to take that out faster rather than later. I also noticed Persia is putting down encampments over here in the city of Bakhtri. Interesting choice. I do see him also working Magnus in the city of Pasargade, and of course he started to improve more of these tiles with pastures, so he gets that extra nice and juicy culture. He did manage to get to 7 science with 10 culture on him. We do have horses coming out of the production cities of Poland here. Of course, he is starting to spread his religion to his other cities. He's establishing Moksha in the capital. But I do see a general recruited by Sophie, and this is the moment, you know, that iron would have been so important. Well, look at this. He is the only one generating iron, and you can imagine that is such a big problem for their team. If his allies would have actually been aware of his plans and maybe got those tiles improved, I'm pretty sure they would have given him a lot more iron right now to improve those 3 warriors that are just standing over there next to the city of thieves. So he has everything ready. It's just about the timing over here on his strategic resources. He doesn't even have enough strategic resource to improve one single iron sword. I mean, one single sword. He would need 10 points of iron. He only has 6, so he's gonna still need 2 turns to actually get that going. It looks like he got a little bit too fast over here, the general and everything, because he cannot get that, which is good, by the way, for Poland. He can definitely get some more units out, and I'm actually surprised he's not getting more of these archers and at the same time horses and so on and so. Yeah, there we go. He's getting the horses now. He probably waited for how to say, it's a military tradition card for that minus 50%. This one, the 50% production towards ancient and classical heavy and light cav units. I did also notice he started and then he went back on producing a horse over there, so he stopped the production. One of the civs we didn't talk about that much is, of course, Kree over here with the DGS. He has been flying below the radar. He's with the Lady of the Regent Marshes as a Pantheon. Looks like he already is for pop in at least 2 of his cities, getting more of those traders going. He's gonna get of course another settler here, and looking at his technologies, he is going for currency. 1 turn away from discovering currency, 2 turns away from getting a state workforce. Of course, I'm pretty sure he's gonna try to spam those commercials all over this land. The one thing that I do not know exactly is how is he gonna want to plan out his government plaza versus commercial bonuses versus campus bonuses and so on and so forth. This would be actually quite important in the next part of the game here. I didn't see anybody go for Temple of Artemis, which is oh, never mind. Man, I don't know how many times did this happen to me. I've said and I've seen so many times that, oh, I didn't see this happening, and then like in the next second I click on something and it poof, it magically appears over there, and some player did want to go for it. Yeah, really, bro? Really? Well, that's a dead dog Chitao, by the way. That dog Chitao will pay the price for his transgression. And we do have another Occitan over here in the city of Voronezh bullying Burize, and by the looks of it, we do have those archers that will defend this properly. It's fine, it's fine. He does have quite a bit of production in his St. Petersburg early city, and of course 4 turns away from getting a Temple of Artemis. Definitely needs to settle this city though. This could be an easy, by the way, easy solution. You just unlink the archer, kill the Occitan, and just settle city. It's so well. He's probably gonna do it. I'm not gonna follow it now. We do have horses coming out from Gran Colombia, and there is a possibility for him to go and attack Egypt. By the way, he can use that general that he's gonna get for free in the next 3 turns, and of course try to go through this land much faster. I do see already horses coming out from Roklo, Lublin. Elephant guy, did he just buy a horse over there? It kind of feels like he just bought a horse. Anyway, it looks like we got Mariano Chariot archers coming out from the cities of Sophie, of Egypt, and of course we do see swordsmen coming out from Rakedet with Mariano Chariot archers, settlers, and so on. It should be, I mean, at this point, I wouldn't say Poland is in that much trouble anymore. I do want to check the ENA score screen though. Do we have golden ages? Yes, everybody will be in a golden age. A bit too many points over there on General and Burize and Sophie, but it's fine. We got Stroke Z with 24, General 29, Burize 30, Sophie 32. On the other side, Elephant Guy 23, and then we do have 22 on Dank Psycho, 36 on Gangsta. Oh, that's a lot, by the way, in Mapuche. And then DGS is going to be with 27. Is he just going to wait here for his Shemamul? What's happening over here? Why is he not establishing that Shemamul? They do have a gold problem. Okay, that's why. Let's see. Yeah, that's the reason. He can't buy this out. And I don't have the information to actually give you in how many turns this will actually grow there, but I guess we're gonna need to find that out at some point. We don't have more settlers coming up from his cities. Of course, in the meantime, General did manage to get an encampment down, and he did put down also his Gavron Plaza. Has a few archers coming out of his cities. Did get a 4th settle, which is being blocked over here by an Occitan. You shall not pass! And of course, that settler is gonna... No, I will. But it's just a matter of time until he's gonna go around or do something else. Of course, DGS over here is doing God's work, just waiting and of course blocking that city settle for a few turns. It is gonna slow down Generals. Oh my god, look at that. He just settled in a non-freshwater city. Oh my god. Okay, well, I guess that's gonna take a while until he's gonna get all of the bonuses, but at least he does have a few 2-2s, a possibility to aqueduct. Oh man, do you want to do this? Do you really want to aqueduct that city to a volcano? Can you imagine aqueducting? I think Jiffy isn't working. Whoa, really? Isn't working? Let me see. I don't know, I need to find it. Oh, I see it. I think I know what the problem was. Can you try now? Let's see. Yeah, does it work now? Also, I see what you're trying to do. Big Z, hello there, sir. 30 points, I have faith. Wait, 30 points, I have faith? Who has that faith? At least the water from the aqueduct will be warm. I know. I was thinking about that. Like before I saw the thing with the Jiffy extension over there, I was thinking, can you imagine just aqueducting that city and then getting lava instead of water through it? Oh, that's like painful. That is painful. You just wake up in the morning and instead of wanting to put some water, splash some water on your face, you get lava instead. Still not working? Okay. I don't know what to do, man. I guess let me see. I guess it's weird to my channel. I'm gonna need to figure this out a little later because it looks like maybe one of the okay, let's see. It gave me another link. Maybe I can do this. A Roman city, a volcano, and a good story. Indeed, we're gonna definitely need to see how this will be planned out. I do see DGS did manage to sneak in one of those Occhitaus and pillaged one of the mines of the general, which did give in turn the gold to Gangsta. You can see how that gold was applied over here, was used. The Gangsta did improve that Shimamul. Oh my god, it's a +6 Shimamul. Very nice. 1, 3, 2, 6 style over here. Very nice. Let me see if Jiffy works now. I just switched the thing. Let me see. Does it work now? Doesn't look like it works now. Oh my god, Jiffy. Very bad today. Oh well. I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to see it. Maybe they disabled it or something. Maybe it's a day problem, not a my problem. I did what they asked me to do, and it looks like it's not working. I'm sorry. We do have, of course, them entering the first classical era, and we do see units coming out from Grand Columbia going against Sophie over here, and this is actually extremely dangerous. And like I was saying, Sophie doesn't really have a lot of units to work with, or I should say tile resources to work with, and at the moment, of course, we're gonna have resources being used by other players as well. So I'm pretty sure finally his allies did manage to improve a few of their tiles, which of course is gonna be good. Let's take a look also what's going on here in the cities. We do have Persia with the Pen Brush and Voice Golden Age. He does have +2 culture and +1 gold for each specialty district, and of course he is on 4 cities. He's starting to put down his government plaza. Oh, that's a weird spot for a government plaza, by the way. That could have been an easy plus for industrial zone if he wanted to, but oh well. I guess we're gonna need to see what does he have in his mind with it. I'm pretty sure there would have been much better choices there. Okay, sure. I'm a bit confused about this. We got Audience Chamber coming up in 6 turns from him, and of course he is gonna get the General here in 1 turn, which is gonna take away the chances of somebody else taking a General at the beginning. I don't think actually Poland wants a General at the beginning. I didn't see him putting down encampments, and of course he is gonna need to get other bonuses for his side to help him defend against Egypt. We do have the general here with PBV as well, with a Pen Bash and Voice. He's getting also his general points, and of course he is probably looking forward to defend himself against Mapuche here, which honestly at this moment he doesn't really care about any kind of attack against general. He just wants to get his sim done, and he's doing quite well. 18 science, 28 culture versus generals 10 and 24, and of course you can see that the general did go for Moksha first and establish Pingala as the second governor here. He's also benefiting from quite a few nice tiles next to that volcano. I do see Borize with a Monumentality Golden Age, and of course with only 10 science and 8 culture, didn't really manage to get an extremely strong bonus from his religion, but he did go for Feed the World with a tithe, so he's getting some more ching ching, and then he's getting some more food and housing. Very nice, very nice. I mean, he's keeping his people happy. He is getting bullied by Fez though. Look at that, Fez just swooping in, getting one of his builders. He might actually get pillaged over here on that spine stand. He just improved, and of course his builder is a 2 charge one. He could just run away. We do have him generating 12 a faith a turn, which is exactly the point I was trying to make at the beginning. His Lavaras were not put in such a way in which it would give him a lot of bonuses, and of course we're gonna need to see if that's gonna be the correct choice for him to use in this particular game. We do have him establishing Magnus in the city of Voronezh. He does have Moksha in the capital. He's also working on encampment training projects for that second general over here, which will be quite nice. Actually, I see 3 generals already picked up. We got from Persia, we got the Commandant General Antonio Jose de Sucre, and Burica is also coming over here. By the way, never mind. I don't wanna. What does Sucre mean? Does anybody know what does Sucre mean in Portuguese? What do we have over here? Or Spanish? What is it? Spanish or Portuguese? Sugar? Sugar. That's a good point. Sugar. It might be sugar. Sucre. Yeah. Okay. Got it. So it is Spanish. Got it. Thank you. We do have also Sophie over here with a pen, brush, and voice, 12 science and 20 culture. He did manage to get, what is it, 276 military, and by the looks of it, he's putting them right in the face of Egypt and right in the face of Poland, I mean. And at the moment, he is getting bullied by two enemies over here. Looks like he's starting to lose a few units. Of course, actually, I do see a elephant guy sacrificing a few of those units to the units of Egypt. But at the same time, he is starting to smack around the Egyptians quite hard here. Of course, we do have Wallow Strong coming up from Thebes. It will be an interesting matchup between these two players because of that monumentality that was on activated here on Poland. He did manage to get the monumentality golden age. He is behind all of this. He's chopping, he's getting those extra cities out and so on and so forth, which will allow him to put on a war and at the same time get his sim done behind all of this. It's going to be very important to do that. And of course, you can see that he has multiple cities that he could place to the southwest with fresh water, which, yes, it will get closer to Gran Colombia, but it's still going to be good. Why didn't he? Oh my god. I really, oh my god, I would have really suggested to go on the Coco tile instead of the tile next to it, but oh well. It's fine, I guess that tile works as well. We do have Dank Psycho here with a pen, brush, and voice golden age on Colombia. He's still on 3 cities, putting down campuses, and of course he is quite far away from his opponent from Persia, but he is helping out Egypt as much as possible. You can see he's probably going to take out the city of Hong Kong over here, and then going to use that to keep on pressuring Egypt. A very nice synchronized attack here. He knew his ally will need help, and he delivered that very quickly. We got Gangsta on Monumentality Golden Age as well with Lotaro. He's on 28 science with 27 culture. It's a very good result at the beginning. Of course, he did manage to get those early campuses, very good campuses, and at the same time, as you've seen, he did manage to get those Shema moves all over the place. We got some quick moves coming out. Elephant Guy did manage to reposition those horses. He's gonna need to get them out of there, and of course, you can see he has so many weak ones to play with, which is going to be a problem. He's trying to shift them away. I see him positioning his waypoints. You can see him. The game actually is telling me where these units are going. They are going back into his borders, and he's gonna try to get them some health back. In the meantime, he's getting new ones on the offensive, and he is definitely getting that help from Gran Colombia here. It's just probably a matter of time until this city of Hong Kong dies. If it's not actually this turn, I'm really curious. Is it? Yeah, it could be taken this turn. There we go. It's 3. There we go. There we go. Hong Kong just met his demise. We do have a Psycho moving in, taking the first city of the game. DGS with a pen, brush, and voice golden age, 11 science with 20 culture. He did manage to get a 4th city out, Ahtakakup, to the northwest, and of course I do see him putting down his campuses. Did already finish a few of those commercials, not in the awesomeness places of possible, but he did get them done, and that means he's gonna start acquiring these great merchants. And of course I do see the increased trade route capacity is gonna be the first great merchant, Zankian, which will be quite good. It's a foreign trade route though, bonus, but it's fine. That extra 2 gold, I guess it's not that important. It's good, but not that important. Okay, so we do know that. It looks like we're definitely gonna have to check out the war between Mapuche over here in the medieval era. The main focus of the beginning of the game will be over here on Egypt. Sophie is getting attacked from 2 sides, and of course it looks like the moment Stroke is kind of far away from interacting with that war. He's also trying to develop his empire audience chamber, while Gran Colombia did manage to get his units right in the face of Sophie. It looks like also Sophie is going to need to put a lot more effort into this attack if he wants to actually succeed, since he did manage to get his warlords thrown from the Gavron Plaza. I'm pretty sure those extra production points will help him out quite a bit. Elephant Guy is also forced to retreat over here from the north, and in the meantime going for audience chamber in the capital, while he is putting some more production into his holy sites, is using that faith per 10 from his religion, and of course the holy sites and the relic, to get as much as possible his builders out and more of these cities, which is good. He's on 23 faith per turn, with a possibility to go over 60 soon enough, when he's gonna get his shrines out, his temples out, and so on and so forth. That's actually really important to have for Poland. The temple will give him an extra slot to use for his shrine, and of course you can imagine for his relic, and you can imagine that will be so important, especially with reliquaries as his religion bonus over here, reliquaries and crusade. The moment he's not fully converting the empire of Egypt, but he's managing to convert the city of Thebes slowly, and of course he's gonna need to also convert his own cities, which are well on their way to doing that. Actually, I'm really curious if Wrocław will convert next turn or something, because it's 16 pressure coming up from that Moksha city from Krakow. No, well, I guess it wasn't meant to be. One of the things that also needs to happen over here, and it's all up to Dank Psycho, he's gonna need to get higher technology units to go against Sophie, since yes, he does have 21 science and 30 culture versus Sophie's 12 and 21, but that, he also needs to get more cities out, get economy out, and of course prepare for any kind of attack here. It looks like Sophie is gonna try to push in his advantage against Wrocław, her advantage, I mean, against Wrocław, and of course I do see multiple Mariano Chariot archers dealing the damage first, and then he's just using his her forward units to attack for the remaining damage. We do have General over here with the builders starting to improve his land. Of course, I do see archers also coming off from Arretium. Settlers in 2 turns. I do see a campus also being placed next to Rome. We do have a +4 bonus over there. And of course, with settlers coming off from Puteoli, so he gets more cities to place, more cities to play with. Also Engulumapu with audience chamber, he's gonna try to get more of that how to say, high population in his cities, not to mention the extra food and the extra amenities, very important to have. Did manage to get his Lafka Mapu city to the north over there, which of course you can see he opened up another city with that extra much needed monumentality. Look at those extra faith points coming out from all of those 4 tiles, very nice. It's just a matter of getting the pop-up to even use these tiles. That's I guess his stopper right now. But Gangsta did pop to 36 science and 24 culture, does have 9 gold a turn, but still it is important. I do want to also point out something else, by the way. You do see DGS is on 36 gold a turn right now, and he is doing quite well, keeping up with his bonuses. Unfortunately, Gran Colombia here is starting to have a bit of an issue. He definitely needs more units, and he didn't build any more in his cities, which means his resupply rate will be quite low over here. There needs to be a counter attack on these Egyptian units, otherwise he's gonna lose quite a few of them. I'm actually a bit curious right now. Is it a problem of just, how to say, the moves? Is Dank Psycho not having early moves or something? Does he use his last moves, or what's going on? Did he go to the toilet? I'm pretty sure he could. Oh no. Oh yeah, he could. He could actually take out that horse over there to the north. Even with this one, he just takes that horse and poof. Oh well. Persia is in Frisim. You'd say Frisim, but he did put down an encampment here, and now he's putting down a few commercials a bit late, much later than, of course, we've seen Krieg go. I also noticed Russia started to get a few of those merchant points, and is putting projects into it now, trying to get his settlers out. And of course, since he doesn't have an amazing faith accumulation, it's gonna be a little slower than usual, than we're used to seeing on Russia. I'd also notice DGS over here is getting his entertainment complex going. Wait, did he just place? Where is that entertainment complex? Is it here or is it there? I hope it's here. Okay, it's here. Whew. Okay, it's to the west side over there. I thought maybe I mean, that would have been awkward to have only a hill tile next to that entertainment complex. That would have been definitely awkward. But anyway, let's check out the early moves here. It looks like Dank Psycho is losing his city of Hong Kong. He's getting pressured over here by Egypt. There are some moves being done by Elephant Guy to take off a little bit of pressure from Egypt, and of course you can see that he is sacrificing his health from the units. Did manage to counterattack into the Egyptian army, and of course we do see that at the same time Gran Colombia needs to do some early moves here. Still, he's taking a bit more time than I would have actually liked over here. Definitely can deal quite a bit of damage against these units and take them out faster rather than later. You have to be very, very careful how you do the moves, because you might end up not doing damage with units that you could have used to damage your opponents, even if yes they die, but they at least did some damage over there. I do see, of course, his archer could take down the swords, the horse could take down the swordsman, and so on and so forth. Maybe he just wants to get a few more archers out onto the field, but again, those archers are getting eaten alive by these Mariano Cheret archers. Very, very powerful units to use when you're going on the offensive. One other thing, I do notice a second general has popped into the city of Thebes, while we do have so many new units coming up from Egypt. Of course, he is actually she is replacing those units much faster than they are dying, which is very, very important. Looking at what's going on here, campus research projects, looks like Hypatia is going to be the next scientist. We do have Mapuche going for a project, and I'm pretty sure he's going to get it here. And a few horses also coming off from Gangsta. Gangsta is going to go on the east side, and looks like he's going to get close up and personal with the general. The general, of course, he does have multiple generals, or I should say, a general. Russia is going on Fez. Russia going on Fez. He took out Fez. Yeah. I mean, this would be an amazing Reina city, by the way. I do have to point that out. That is exactly on the path towards his opponent there. Okay, we do have a few moves being played out. Time Psycho did manage to stabilize a little bit the defense on Hong Kong. I did get a few more one more archer on the defense here, and by the looks of it, of course, he's waiting for Sophie to do her move. At the same time, we do have Elephant Guy over here getting his health back up in his horses. Unfortunately, he did take more damage than his horses could actually replenish with the promotions. But it's good. I mean, he's still getting that faith from getting units up. And of course, you do see he's on actually 29 faith a turn right now, just from his... oh, he got a temple. Did he get his relic? No. Oh, he's okay. Never mind. He's working on a temple next time. I don't know why I thought. Oh, I see the hole in the building. Oh my God, it's actually okay. It's not finished. Not finished. But that's extremely important. If he's gonna get that second relic over there, that is gonna be so much faith generated from just one more relic. I do see, of course, he did place another city here, the city of Plock to the south of Lublin. He's on 5 cities versus the 4th of Egypt. And honestly, I don't really see a lot of good cities on the east side for Egypt to place. But of course, I do see this one from the southeast of Edfu. It's going to be over here. And there could be another city here to the north. I'm a bit worried about Kree's lack of cities. I know right now he's putting some production into his settlers, and I know he's going for his arena for a Colosseum, but I would have expected him to put them a little bit faster. It's a little bit late for the Colosseum as well, and I really want to check out if Colosseum is being built by anybody else. We do have also quite a good matchup between Generals Science and Gangsta Science. Gangsta is on 42, the Generals is on 35. Both of them are actually on par with Culture as well, 37 versus 33, and we do see them going for feudalism. Not to mention, Gangsta is actually 2 turns away from getting castles. Oh, that is gonna be an important thing. We got here enough gold on DGS to buy those Malon Raiders upgrades, and I do see Gangsta might actually go for some timing attack over here. He's popping out horses from his capital. If he does manage to get 6 or 7 of those Malon Raiders to go against the general, they will do a lot of damage against his cities. Yes, he's putting his commercials down. Yes, he's getting a few more libraries, but that is not gonna help him out against his those Shemamuls. We do need to watch out exactly how Elephant Guy is gonna keep on the war over here. It does look like Sophie at the moment is repositioning units, and it looks like he's yeah, there we go. They are attacking Dank Psycho's units to the south. There will be, okay, that actually horse will stay alive, and it looks like there will be one of the horses that will be taken out from Sophie, while I do see, of course, the repositioning of these units will allow them to get more health back. One of the things that I also want to point out, this horse could have actually stayed over there for one more turn, so at least he would have gotten a heal back, while this one over here, of course, doesn't have a 45 bonus anymore because he moved. I'm really curious to see what will be done over here. They will pressure this one tile, and that's it. They just managed to take it out. Damn Psycho is also allowing those units from Egypt to move on the northwest, while Elephant Guy at the moment doesn't have replacement units to actually go against these properly. Definitely would need to move in his allies' borders, and it's not that easy to use his bonuses in there. These are actually strong tiles to defend in. I would definitely say that it's much better to move that horse on this tile than in his borders, but oh well. We do have Elephant Guy going for the heavy chariot pre-builds. Looks like he might be eyeballing that I want to say stirrups, those stirrups, those knights to upgrade in, and of course use those to actually fight Egypt. Until then, though, it might be an awkward position. Hong Kong might actually meet his doom over here. Egypt might swoop in and take it over, liberate it, or take it for him, for herself. That would be quite a bit of an issue. There is also in the City of Thieves, we do have a crusade activated, but there are no units to actually take that city with. Quite a bit of a problem there. Now let me actually check out something. Really important to see the first moves here next turn. Of course, there is a possibility. There we go for some last moves. Sophie did just apply an attack on that horse. The horse did, how to say, do some counter attack there, and there is a possibility for them Psycho to actually take down 2 of these swordsmen. Sophie really needs to be careful. Does have a promotion on this one, and it's just a matter of time until let's see the first moves. It's all about the first moves here. Let's see it. Let's see it happening. Of course, oh my God, no first moves coming out from them Psycho. Unfortunately, one swordsman did get away, the other one did get promoted, and these archers, even yes, they will do a little bit of damage, they're just gonna meet their doom over here, and they will just be further extra experience points for Egyptian units. We do have more horses coming off from Poland, and Elephant Guy does really need to ramp up these production series to use against his opponent here. I'm pretty sure he's worried about the next golden age as well. I do see him getting a few boats out. Why is he getting a boat out, by the way? Why is he? Maybe he wants to kill Kumasi. Okay, that might be a thing. Not bad. Sophie does have Kumasi, and of course it puts a little bit of pressure on him from the southwest, being more annoying than actually doing anything important over there. But you know, annoying, you know, you have a pressure point there, a pressure point there, a pressure point there, and it's like, you know, at some point you're just gonna be annoyed too much. We do have also Persia going against the Kabul over here. Looks like he is going to take over that city center with only 3 horses. Great General, of course, that's enough damage to actually take down the city center quite fast here. Did also get a city on the Jan Causeway, which does allow him to get much needed extra boost in culture and some extra food from those bananas. Looking at the stats here, we do have Persia on 29 cents with 46 culture, also 45 gold a turn. Is starting to put down Having in Gardens. Again, these are all for era score points for the next era, and a few campuses. Does really need to get more science on his side. But we do have Dank Psycho with 31 science, so it's 35 culture over here. Definitely needs to get a few more cities, but now with the feudalism builders, I'm sure he's gonna improve. Oh, actually, he doesn't have feudalism builders. Ooh, oh my god, he's losing Hong Kong. Oh no. Oh man, this is a bit of a problem here. A bit more than a problem, actually. Losing Hong Kong. Way too many of these heavy chariots are over here, and of course you can see that now Elephant Guy is starting to move with a few more of his horses, but this is a bit too late over here, and that city is gonna fall. I don't think there's I mean, we don't have Valletta in the game, so he can just pop his how to say, pop that wall in there. And from one good thing, by the way, the city did get converted to Catholicism, so that means if this city is not going to be raised, Elephant Guy will just get an extra +7 on all of these units if he has his units in the borders. He really needs to be extra careful on this and move them faster inside of those borders, so he can benefit from all of those bonuses. Could have actually dealt some damage in the main cities of Egypt in the same time. Hey Pizza Lord, good evening. Hello there. Also remind me, how far away is Poland from their wing hussars? Very far away, very far away. It's wing hussars do come out right now at how do you call it, second tier government. It's they used to come at monarchy, but they're not at monarchy anymore. Let me put it up on the screen here. Oh my god, it just I know what it is, but I forgot the name. Reformed Church, yeah, that's one. The Reformed Church one, the second theocracy. And you get the weak hussars. That is very far away. He needs a lot more culture to actually go through that, not to mention everything else. And I do see him getting a 56 faith, by the way. That's good. He's still is gonna get quite a few bonuses from that. Behind monarchy. Oh, did I miss the action? Pizza Lord, not all of the action. We're still in the early stages of this game. Of course, we do see that Egypt is pushing on Hong Kong. Does have a few more units that can shoot that city down, and of course, with the swordsman, she can swoop in and take the city with. We do have a general over there. Actually, there were two generals. Yeah, there we go. We got two generals, while there is a counter-attacking force here from Elephant Guy. I do also notice we're gonna definitely need to see how Gran Colombia is gonna get his second age over here, since he didn't put more cities out. He's a little bit behind with his sim. Made quite a bit of an effort over here to get his markets out, instead of going for builders to chop those and to chop those tiles out and get the extra production on something else. Maybe some how to say, maybe some cities, maybe some units. It would have been very important to get that going. While we do have Persia moving in on the city of Kabul, did take it over completely and kept it. That means all of these, like, he opened up all of this highway towards Hong Kong to fight alongside Sophie and take out Poland and or Gran Colombia. This is going to be extremely important as a tactical highway or strategic move. Stool Softener, hello there sir, and welcome. I do have on the west side over here the Malon Raiders coming out from Gangsta, and of course we do see that the general at the moment doesn't have a lot of units, but he is starting to put a bit of production into his heavy chariots. He shouldn't be that far away from stirrups, but it's not close either. You can see actually his belly on iron working 110, civil service in 2, while of course those Malon Raiders are just gonna swoop in his territory. They do need to get into the main cities in the juicy tiles to actually get all of those pillages in. Of course, I'm actually concerned about this, and at the moment, as much as possible, Gangsta is keeping those Malon Raiders out of sight. He doesn't want to let Rome know that he has them, and he didn't build a lot of them either, so he doesn't give up his wait, why does he have only 69 military strength? Is this a joke? What happened to... Oh no, that's Dank Swipe. Never mind. Gangsta 242. For some reason, I was thinking like, what? never mind, he does have 242 military strength, while the general is only on 122. Getting those heavy chariots. I do see engineering coming up in 2 turns, and of course just spamming those out. I do have to point out, these are too shattered by the Malon Raiders. They do need to stay inside of the cities if he wants to keep them alive. I was also expecting a few more of these Malon Raiders to come out of the cities of Mapuche, but it looks like nope, not gonna happen. Also, there we go, we got Hong Kong taken out. At the moment, Elephant Guy is not gonna use that crusade ability on Egypt here. He is gonna retreat his units, and looks like he did manage to get to 23 science with 28 culture. Sophie is a little bit behind with 14 and 32 culture, but does have the gold with 24, and it looks like we definitely see how to say a lot of faith coming out from Elephant Guy. Getting an encampment out, getting a walls up in Roklo. This is a bit of a problem. Looking at the tech side here, Elephant Guy is also on 2 turns apprenticeship, 1 turn civil service. That's one of the things that needs to activate here, that extra +5 from his military alliance. Civils, oh my god, this is gonna hurt. Marianos with 1 or 2 levels on them are gonna go so fast through the defending units of Poland here. There are some possible horses coming up from Persia, but it looks like he is making it alone. I'm pretty sure he is just sitting over there on the city of Kabul and letting Sophie deal with this attack by herself. We do need to see how, of course, Elephant Guy will do this on this side, because it is a problem. Now he's getting that extra +5. Okay, we'll see. I'm waiting to see all of that happen. I'm pretty sure another one of these horses will be taken out. It's just a matter of time until more of these Mariano chariot archers get there on the field. In the Great People screen, we did have a race earlier for Hypatia. It got picked up by Mapuche, and of course he did get that extra +1 science from his libraries. Not to mention he did manage to get a free library in the district. Also, I see Persia did recruit another trade route merchant, Ibn Fadlan. That's going to give him some extra faith. I mean, not extremely powerful, but still can work. Crete did manage to get another one here, Zankian, which was the first one. And I do see there is one single horse from Burize on Mikisiv Wachik's borders, and of course it did stop that Colosseum from building. I do want to double check if Burize is going to go for that Colosseum on his side. Of course, in the meantime, actually Russia did manage to get more cities out. I do see him getting a few great writers as well for that extra culture, and he is at 38 with 38 science, 38 culture, a bit of gold, and only 36 faith. Not a lot, but definitely can work. Not to mention in the Guam screen, he is right now at 6.9 great writers, 1.1 great artists, and 1.1 great musicians. Not one of those ideal situations you want to find yourself in with Russia, but I'm pretty sure he did quite well over here, using whatever he could to actually get this going. I'm a bit concerned about this one though. I mean, that horse looks like he's just gonna stay over there, and of course we do have the arena that needs to be rebuilt. DGS, well, I mean, that is a problem. Okay, and the general did just build his first knight. He's gonna defend quite easily against those Malon Raiders, but he will need to put a lot of oh my god, he's actually, I'm not sure if that's gonna be that easy. He is oh my, I don't think he can attack into the, yeah, he cannot attack it that easy against the Malon Raiders. Yes, he can deal some damage with the knights, but he will need quite a bit of gold to be put into those units, and not to mention iron. And at the same time, it looks like these Malon Raiders cannot take over the city of Rome. It would have been quite nice to do that, but what they can do is pillage all of these tiles, which will mean a lot of points. Would have loved to see a second wave of Malon Raiders going against the city of Ravenna, which at the moment is undefended. And of course, all of the units of Rome are actually repositioning towards the southeast to defend the main districts. That's going to be an opening here for the gangster if he wants to get against these northeastern cities. We do see more lovers coming off from the cities of Russia. He's putting them next to the Pantanal, some of them next to Pantanal for that extra plus 4 bonus, and of course the extra point does come from the forest around it. Very nice. I do see this one, Moscow over here, getting pyramids in the city of Fez, where he did manage to get a campus as well built and getting more commercials out. This is actually quite a balanced approach of playing Russia. By the way, he didn't need to go all into the culture or holy sites or even theater squares. Of course, what you do see, he's trying to get his own economy to play with, which is quite nice. It actually relieves so much pressure from his allies. I do see Elephant Guy over here is also putting down a few commercials. He does have archers coming out of his cities and going celestial navigation, bro. Wait, what? I mean, I guess he wants a harbor, but this is not the time, bro. This is not the time. Anyway, we're getting closer to that medieval era. We do have 6 more turns in the classical era, and taking a look at the score screen here, we do have Persia 3 points away from getting a golden age. The general is going to be 9 points away from getting a golden age, but honestly at this point I'm not even sure he wants to be in a golden age. Remember, these Mapuche units do get an extra +5 against civilizations in a golden age, so you don't really want to handle that. Burize is also 2 points away from getting his golden age. Sophie will be very far away from getting her golden age, 49 out of 52. We got Elephant Guy, 37 out of 41. Again, very far away from getting his second golden age here, and probably one of the reasons he's trying to get as fast as possible things done that give him points. I'm not so sure it's actually going to happen here. Of course, he doesn't have actually a +4 harbor to place, and not in his capital, not in his second city. And from what I can see, he is getting another settler here to the southwest. This is actually a question I have right now. Is this a safety settle? Or is this, because I mean he would have to go to the west side here, or is this an extra city that he could work? Definitely could place a non-freshwater city as well. Deng Psycho is again very far away from getting his golden age. He's 39 points out of 43, and looks like at the moment he doesn't really have an answer to his lack of cities here, because he didn't go for his second expansion era and went for his commercials. Unfortunately, that actually stopped his development of the empire and put him in a bit of a predicament over here. He doesn't have the production centers to work with to actually get more science and culture in the upcoming 20 to 25 turns. And of course, this will only be an advantage here for Persia, even if Persia did keep his his science and the culture down for a little while. You see him now explode, and that is the reason he did make that sacrifice at the beginning, to get a second expansion phase out, to get more cities out, and use those cities to work with more build more campuses, build more commercials, build more districts overall. Not to mention, he will open up his way to get units out and so on and so forth. It looks like the all-in maneuver that they wanted to do over here on Egypt didn't really pan out. What they did do is save Poland, but they couldn't do the counterattack. We got also Gangsta on Mapuche here with 50 out of 54 points. Looks like he's gonna need quite a few points, actually 13 points to go for the golden age here. He is managing to pillage a lot of the tiles of Rome, and you can see that Rome is struggling to defend these tiles, but yeah, that's not gonna happen that easy. We got Government Plaza farms. This was what, a commercial? No, campus. Another 2 mines over here on the east side. He's gonna pillage another mine next turn, and of course I do see units going against Ravenna. Since these cities are knight strength, they are 40 base, which is going to be a bit tough for these malodies to punch through, since they are only 48 base. It's also going to be quite tough to actually put the city under siege because of the river and of course the positioning of Ravenna. You need actually 3 units to put it under siege. A bit worrying, he doesn't have a lot of production for his Malon Raiders, even though I do think he's in, he's not in Monarchy, that's why. He didn't manage to get to Monarchy. He's, okay, so he definitely needs a chivalry for these Malon Raiders. Oh well, it's gonna be a while. Didn't manage to get the general either for them. He did try to catch general by surprise, but I do have to point out the general was expecting it, so very good from him. Also, let's see, Persia running away with the game. It does look like, of course, Persia over here on the east side. Stroke Z is getting his sim up, and he is going to be well on his way to getting 100 science soon enough. I'm pretty sure when he's going to start getting all of those universities in his districts, it is going to be quite important. I'm curious also of his second golden age, if what is he gonna try to get. And in the meantime, of course, we do have to point out DGS is 6 points away from getting his golden age, and he did manage to take care of that problem in his capital, but unfortunately it came at a big sacrifice. And this Colosseum got pushed back a lot, and I'm not even so sure it will be built here, but I think no, it will be built, never mind. We do have also a Temenanki finished in Mistavasis, where he did place the governor Pingala inside of that city, which is a bit surprising. I would have expected something like Liang to go there, but I guess he does want more science rather than anything else. DGS is on 42 science and 47 culture. It's a super balanced game from the WCG team thus far. Yeah, we'll see. I'm concerned. I mean, there will be a moment in time in which Sophie does need to get a lot more science, and at the moment she put a lot of effort into getting the economy up, trying to get those units up and so on and so forth, and of course do the push here. It took a lot out of the Egyptian Empire. I do want to see if Elephant Guy will manage to get to his wing hussars and go on the counter offensive. It's going to be very hard for Egypt to defend against those wing hussars, but again, like I was saying, those are really far away. You need a lot of culture, you need a lot of faith to play with, and in the meantime it doesn't look like that's gonna happen here. It also looks like Elephant Guy is trying to get a safety settler out quite far away from his cities, which I'm pretty sure he actually knows. It's gonna put him very close to Russia, and Burize is not gonna have any of that. He's gonna go here. Why did he go here? I don't know. Anyway, we do have Mapuche Malon Raiders doing some pillages in the city of Fez, and of course you can see that Russia did lose one of his builders here, while he's starting to lose a few of his districts as well. The campuses are getting pillaged. There are defending pikemen, which of course will be quite important, but they cannot stop the Malon Raiders to keep on going. This is the dangerous part of the Malon Raider. You can see how fast these units are moving, 6 extra movement, and they do have that extra strength on them, and of course it's going to be very tough for Burize to stop them completely. I'm actually really curious what's going on there. We do have a new wave of Malon Raiders coming from the west, and all of those units that were fighting on the east of Rome are now going back on the west side of Arretium here. And this is, oh my god, this is actually so funny to see. He's gonna lose a few archers. I don't think he's gonna lose cities though, and that is important, right? He's gonna lose his tiles. Definitely gonna lose his tiles though, like mines and pillages, like farms, and at the same time pastures and so on, districts. All of those will probably get pillaged here. More Malon Raiders being built from the capital, more campuses here, and looking at the era score screen, it puts him well far away from his golden age though. That is gonna be a bit of an issue, It's like the Formula 1 for the Raiders, indeed. Oh, that noise from the Malon Raiders, yeah. Well, it looks like Gangsta over here is gonna go for the city of Arretium, and he's gonna try to take it out. That city is gonna get walls, or is gonna try to get walls next turn. It's all about this moves, and it looks like it actually is gonna be taken out. Gangsta might actually take that city. That's gonna be such an important city. With that is the, let me see, I think that is the encampment, right? It's from Arretium. Yeah, that is from Arretium. Okay, 1, 2, 3. There we go. City got taken out, and that was the encampment of the general. That's gonna be so important in the next era to actually play with. He did also take out one of the archers defending that city, and even though the general does have replacement heavy chariots over here, it is gonna be quite a problem to upgrade them. That's a lot of gold. And yes, they do generate a lot of gold, and they do have quite a few resources, but because of those early pillages, the general just didn't have enough time to replace those mines, right? Repair those mines. He's also 1 point away from getting his golden age, and oh my god, is he gonna get it? You know that moment when you don't want to get a golden age, but you're just gonna get it because, you know, it happens? Like, oh my god. That is gonna be a problem. Wait a second. I don't think he's gonna get anything from here, so that's not. Quick poll over here. Quick poll. Okay, let's see. We got 2 minutes to predict this. Is the general gonna get a golden age or not? He's 1 point away. He's 59 out of 60 points right now. He's 1 point away, and of course you can imagine that's gonna be an extra 5 points of damage for his opponent. This is gonna be a problem. Yes, he's gonna get some maybe some culture back. Maybe he's gonna get some science from his commercials. It kind of depends on what kind of age he's gonna go for, but it is again 1 point away from getting that golden age. You know that moment when your allies are gonna get a bonus for you or something, which you don't want? Oh my god, look at Gangsta go, man. It's going against Lugdunum now. Of course, now we do have knights coming up on the defense. The city will be put under siege soon enough, and there are promotions available for the Malon Raiders. Very important to see. Okay, let's see. It's 59 out of 60 points. Still 59 out of 60 points. Colosseum got built, by the way. DGS did manage to get that going, and he still needs to repair a few tiles. That's a Mickey one that got damaged over there to the north. He's getting a few theater squares as well, and looks like he just popped to 44 wait a second, 61 culture and 46 science. We do have a Burizo on 60 science and 79 culture. We do have a Stroke Z with a 67 and 106. Very good gameplay, by the way, from Persia. Very good sim. A lot of these traders are giving him that much needed, those much needed extra bonuses, and still we do have the general 59 points out of 60 points. Only a few more seconds until the next golden age. Let's see, does he need to pick up a unit here? No, no great people for him. I don't see him in any prime position to actually recruit one of those great people. I do see he lost a builder here, a level 4 builder, by the way, 4 charge builder in Gangsta, and looks like the general opinion in the stream chat is that no, the general is not gonna get a golden age. Okay, let's see it. I also want to point out Gangsta is going to do a little bit more damage over here on the cities of the general of Rome, but at the same time Rome did manage to get sneak in a knight in the city of Lugdunum, and that will boost the city strength quite high, a little bit too high for these Malorides to punch through. Oh, he got it! He got a golden! +1, hello there, and also welcome Papi, hello. Let me see, look, the Malon Raiders for Mapuche. I don't understand how you spawn next to Mapuche but are so unprepared for his UU. I mean, yeah, I know what you mean, but at the same time I do have to point out he did try to defend against this. So he did use a lot of his knights to defend. He did manage to get a lot of pre-builds, but it was so fast that Mapuche did manage to get those Malon Raiders over there. Yeah, that is gonna be a problem on Rome. I'm a bit, so I wouldn't actually say he's gonna go down, but he is gonna have more than a few issues over here. to keep on defending against the Mapuche. I also want to point out that Mapuche did not get his goldenish. Is on 61 cents with 43 culture. Did go for a dark age here and could actually go for his extra, strength on his Malon Raiders from the card. At the moment, he does have the +5 from the military alliance, the +5 from the goldenish heroic bonus, and the flanking. And these are actually quite a tough units to go against. The Rome's knights are not something you wanna fight easy with. At the same time, of course, the city of Ravenna here is trying to get ancient walls. He's probably gonna chop them here, and of course the general knows that he just needs to survive wave after wave of these Malon and it should be fine. He started repairing the styles in his main cities and did manage to get Antium over here to the east side. I do want to see what's going on this Egyptian versus Polish war. We do have general coming up from, oh, there we go, Lublin. Oh my god, okay. Grandmaster Chapel 6 turns away in Krakow. Lublin getting encampment training projects done. We are in the medieval Renaissance era, so medieval / Renaissance generals, I mean. So we will need to see exactly who's gonna get those. Definitely Poland will need quite a few points to get there. I'm pretty sure he's actually going to need 2 projects if he really wants to get that going. We'll see if he does manage to recruit one. We do have multiple Marian Chariot Archers still available for Sophie to use. Does have quite a few of these swordsmen also. And we just got to, oh my god, +5. Okay, let's go for recon because I don't want to troll this. Okay, I go B. Gold. Yeah, +5 Dark Age card. If they do manage to get the +5 on light calves, oh man, those Malon Raiders, bro. And if they don't, if they get it on the heavy calves, oh man, those upcoming how do we call them? Wing Hussars. That is gonna be a problem. You can see we got the elephant guy over here and going stirrups. He's gonna get that military tactics going. And where I mean, I sent a message. I need a confirmation here from Jack to put these points in. Well, I do hope he's gonna confirm. $30 seconds to go. Well, I mean, I'm just gonna confirm. Recon, gold, him, and I'm getting the B option. Okay. Let's take a look at their points here. We do have Stroke Z with a second pen brush and voice golden age on himself. He does have 67 science with 106 culture, also 79 gold a turn. The general will have oh, that's a problem with his negative economy here. 46 science, 47 culture, but at least he did manage to survive the onslaught of these units from Mapuche. We do have him on a second pen brush and voice. Burize, pen brush and voice on Peter, 70 science, 121 culture, still on 246 series, and he has a few issues with Malon Raiders here, which of course did manage to get the final pillage, but they were taken down by Burize's units. He was forced to put a lot of effort into his units, but of course, I mean, that's how it goes, right? You do need to defend yourself. Sophie with normally this time, only 23 science with 40 culture, 72 gold a turn, very good result in the gold department. Going for intelligence agency, and I do believe it's gonna be a problem in the next era if Elephant Guy does manage to get his Wing Hussars going. He does have Knights on 140 gold right now. Of course, Mercenary is coming up next turn. Machinery also coming up next turn, and did manage to get quite a few cities out to the southwest. Not something that you see over here on Egypt. Could need a few more cities over here on the southeast. Maybe one over here, maybe one on the coast on the east side. At the same time, Grandmaster Chapo is going to finish in the city of Krakow, and of course, all of that faith per turn will turn into production for his units. We do have, well, I mean, you know what I mean. You buy the unit, and that's how you turn the production. It doesn't, directly turn into production. Also, the longer the game goes on, by the way, all of these units of Egypt, all of these cities of Egypt will get converted. You can see 3 cities got converted, and a religion would be extremely good right now for Sophie. I'm actually a bit surprised I don't see any holy site being placed from any of these players. Neither Persia is not interested, nor is Sophie interested to get a holy site here and get a religion to counteract that from happening. We do have Gran Colombia. Oh my god, look at Gran Colombia go. He's going as fast as possible for that I mean, that's not gonna happen. For the Laneros timing, I don't think that's gonna happen. Maybe some Corsair timing going against Russia could catch him off guard, but I don't know. We'll see. He is 1 turn away from getting castles, and I do see guilds. Anyway, he's in a Dark Age here. Poland is in a pen, brush, and voice this time, so he doesn't have the option to actually get his civilian units with faith anymore, but of course he's gonna need as much science and culture as possible for the next era. Definitely needs to get faster to reform church. Gangsta Dark Age is repositioning his malleaders into his cities. He did lose a few of them over here, but at the same time did put so much pressure on Rome, did take down a city, and I think that was actually more than a successful raid from their team. They managed to do so much damage on Rome and got so many yields from those pillages. Now look at the gold on Gangsta. 1261 gold points over there. He's booming, bro. Yes. We got also DGS here, Pen Brush and Voice Golden. She is free simming. Did manage to get that Colosseum, and yes, I know I'm saying he's free simming, but I'm a bit concerned about all of his timings. This is the moment that he would need to shine, and one of the things that I did point out at the beginning, Kree did not manage to show up as a civilization. I don't mean him playing as Kree. I mean Kree as a civilization did not manage to show up anymore on the priorities of the players, because at the beginning of the game there are civilizations that now have a higher tempo, and of course you can see that this is actually being exemplified over here. Persia with 99 science and still a free sim with 121 culture, a very good result. He doesn't even have Colosseum and he has so much. Not to mention a little bit more gold. Even if still on Kree, we did have so many bonuses at the beginning from these camps and ships and so on and so forth. The extra gold, the extra food. This is a bit of a problem. Well, I guess he is gonna start to get right now more stats. He's getting his campuses up, he's getting his theaters going. He did manage to get the Temenanki, he's getting his commercial subs down, and of course he's gonna need to get his Diplo quarter. And without any further ado, we do need to see Gran Colombia go on the offensive over here. And at the same time, I do wanna say that we got +5 on anti-cav units. Well, this is going to be a problem. Anti-cav units are exactly the correct counter to go against the wing hussars, Malon Raiders, and at the same time, of course, these Corsairs, Laneros that are coming out from Gran Colombia. A bit of a problem. I wanted to say with which money, and then yes, Lotaro, bro. Lotaro, that is the problem. Producing or purchasing military units using the correct currency time for 100% on gold. Okay, I mean, sure. And Lotaro did manage to get 2 diplo points, so they did take away those diplomatic points from Russia, which is good. Okay, I do see Colombia going towards the west side. He's gonna try to do a sneak attack against Russia this time, and of course Russia doesn't really look like he's gonna have a lot of military. It does have 251 right now, a lot of science, a lot of culture, and quite a bit of production, but not that much faith per turn, only 91 faith per turn. And from what I can see, where is his Government Plaza? Government Plaza, GMC has not been built, has not been finished. He did click on it, he selected it, but he didn't finish it. You can see the hole in the roof over there, the scaffolding around it. It's not finished. Okay, we got Bogota, 4 turns away from getting an intelligence agency. I'm very surprised we don't see more cities. This is an all-in, by the way, from Gran Colombia. If this attack doesn't work, I have serious questions in my mind that he's gonna be able to withstand Stroke Z coming in from the east side. I'm pretty sure the upcoming strategy from Stroke Z will be to get those encampments down, will be to get prepared for the cuirassier timing, or if that doesn't work, or he doesn't need to go for the cuirassier timing, he is gonna go for artilleries with tanks. So he needs to prepare all of that infrastructure for that oil generation, and of course the requirements for his units. I do also notice there is a discrepancy over here between Sophie and Elephant Guy when it comes to their stats. Elephant Guy is chugging along. He's gonna discover guilds. That's gonna put him right next to Reformed Church, by the way. Guilds is over here, and he's gonna get a direct line to discover Reformed Church. So let me actually see it. There we go. 3 turns away from getting his wing hussars. We do have Sophie with pikemen coming out of the cities of Egypt, and of course these will be quite important, but all of these cities have been converted to crusade, so you can imagine all of these all of these wing hussars will have an extra +7 on them. He did manage to get El Cid also recruited as a general, and that's going to be an extra +5 on all of these units. Sophie also has a great general, and it will give bonuses to the pikemen as well as these swordsmen if they do turn into never mind, it's Timor over here in Hong Kong as well, so that's fine, that's even 2 muskets, that's fine. I'm really curious. This is gonna be a problem. We do have a warrior here in the forest, and by the looks of it at the moment is not aware of what's going on here. You can see the vision is just not allowing him to see what's going on, but he will see. Oh, there we go, he just moved, never mind. Burize just moved to the south and did spot all of that army coming against him. I'm pretty sure that Dank Psycho did realize what's going on. He got spotted, and now he's gonna move on the offensive. There are a lot of units coming up from Dank Cypher, and just the sheer number of them will have an important impact on Russia's armies here. Of course, Russia is trying to get that Grandmaster Chapel going. He's getting also his pikemen built in 2 turns, or actually he's building pikemen in 2 turns from that capital, and from what I can see, unfortunately has a bit of a problem with the lack of walls. He's gonna lose quite a few units here, and even yes, these pikemen do deal catastrophic damage against these corsairs. There are not that many of them. +5 Dark Age indeed. Also, Vis Electra, hello. You don't pre-build pikemen because it's kind of throw. You build them when it actually happens because you have other stuff to do, which makes the threat of Malon Raiders low-key better than the actual unit itself. It's a shame that Malon Raider didn't reach Russia. Actually, there was a little bit. I have to say there was there were a few Malon Raiders that did reach Russia over here in the city of Fez. They did manage to pillage quite a few tiles and get a few builders out of him. At least, you know, it did some damage. It's good. It's good. Dark Age against Golden. I'm curious if he will get. Dank Psycho was in, let me see, Dark Age, right? But he doesn't have the Dark Age card. I didn't see it activated here. And of course, I do also notice another thing. He's going directly for the city instead of anything else, which is, I mean, sure, it can work, especially since there aren't that many units from Russia that can defend. The city is not under siege yet. He would need to move a unit across that river to actually get it under siege, and I think he's just gonna use these units to bump against the city center as fast as possible. Oh, that knight just died. Well, that was a sacrifice to the gods, and Astrakhan is gonna go down over here. Damn Psycho, not messing around, is gonna take that city even if it heals a little bit next turn. It shouldn't have enough health back to replenish, of course, and then to withstand the next attacks. It's not going to be an extremely important city that only had a Lavra. Sure, it was like 7, oh, actually that was 11 faith that he's generating from that Lavra. Not to mention quite a bit of science and culture from the tile of Pantanal, but that's it, right? He only had that over there as a bonus. He's gonna get in the meantime more of these pikemen built, and this will be extremely important when it comes to defending against the coursers. A very good units to use, and we've seen the +5 Congress activated over there. It's quite important. On the west side here we do have Mapuche managing to get Abu. He's doing another run on Ravenna here, and looks like he's dealing important damage against that city center. The city is not under siege, and one more, actually I have to say this, one more Malon Raider and this city would have been gone. There still aren't that many units from Rome available to withstand this, and look at the Malon Raiders keep going, man. It is unbelievable what these Malon Raiders are doing over here. Unbelievable how much damage Gangsta is doing against his opponent here. He realized he's not gonna get that going, and of course I do see Astrakhan going down to Dang Psycho's courser attack here. Of course he still has some movement. He's gonna take a few more units out, and we do see how to say, we do see a preparation in Polish territory with so many of these heavy chariots available to upgrade soon. Next turn he will get the technology to actually get those wing hussars, and that will be the moment we're gonna find out exactly what the matchup is between the wing hussars and of course the pikemen of Sophie. I'm actually really curious how Persia will also interact with this. All of his sim right now is pointing towards a long-term vision, towards a long-term gameplay, because of these multiple encampments. He's getting the stables going, he's getting, like, all of it is pointing out he's gonna be ready to fight in like 20 to 30 turns, and he's relying right now on his allies to get to defend against their opponents before that happens. So definitely there's a lot that needs to happen over here. That's a problem. We do have Gangsta going over 100 science, 110 finally with a 46 culture. The Tank Psycho is on 67 of his own with 32 culture, and Elephant Guy did stay on 45 with 54. DGS also slowly getting more. We got him with another campus, a +3 coming up next turn. Third expansion era starting to take effect over here. Getting Oracle in Mistavasis. By the way, I have to point this out. This is an extremely late Oracle. Fourth, oh my god, this is 60, turn 65 Oracle. Extremely late. Fourth expansion era as well coming up here from his series. The moment he's definitely eyeballing that long gameplay, long turn. Of course, the city of Astrakhan got raised to the ground. Boris just lost quite a bit of science and culture, and not to mention faith per turn, but he is still building that Grandmaster Chapel. And of course, I am really curious what will happen over here. How will... okay. I do see him doing some damage. He did take down one of those units, one of those coursers, and trying to get some more. Yeah, there we go. We got another one. I guess Dying Psycho not putting that much importance on what's going to happen. And he did, I mean, I think he did what he needed to do, right? He forced Russia to build an army, lost Russia a city there, and made Russia put more importance on his defense, which is good, right? It's gonna put some fear into Burize. He's not gonna get a free win over here, which is again good. Okay, this is the turn. This is the moment. This is exactly when we need to find out that Elephant Guy bonus over Egypt. Let's see. Colombia needs to take down the capital to destroy the Grandmaster Chapel. I don't think it's actually from the capital. I think it is from Voronezh, but let me check that out. Let me see. Yeah, it is from Voronezh. It's the second city over here. He's using that for trade routes, for internal trade routes as well, I think. I see he did place his Diplo quarter from that city, and looking at his... Wait, he doesn't have traders? Oh, he does. Okay, never mind. He went for externals now, to put early. Okay, so that's where he's getting that extra gold from. Also, Vartface, yeah, agreed. Persia has such a good location and sim going that they can pivot to assist in multiple victory conditions. We'll see. We will see how DGS is gonna play this, and at the same time how Stroke Z is gonna play this. I do have to point out, I do like Stroke Z's sim and of course his stats, 123 with 128. Not to mention good economy. It does feel like it's it's gonna give him exactly what he needs in the next era. I also wanna look at the scientist over here. If anybody's gonna open up that Newton, that's also gonna be extremely important. And you can see that Persia is making 10 great scientist points a turn, Mapuche is on 11, Gran Colombia on 6, Russia on 2, Cree on barely 2. So Cree is not actually having that much needed how to say bonus from his campuses yet. He's gonna need to get a lot more over here to build. Oh, okay, there we go. We got the first wing hussars upgraded, and we now need to find the answer. They are 74 against that pikeman. Oh my god, oh my god. Oh, I have to point this out. So look at the damage. It's 74 against 76. But you have to take into account the +7 that you get from Crusade. And that is exactly what these wing hussars need to do. They need to get inside of the borders, fight inside of the borders of Egypt. First of all, you will probably need to focus on taking down Egypt's Hong Kong city over here. This is a city without that many pikemen, and of course actually only one pikeman from what I can see, more coming over there. But again, even in that scenario, those wing hussars should be stronger. I do also want to point out we shouldn't be that far away from getting nationalism. It's okay, not close but not far. It's diplomatic service, enlightenment, and nationalism. Well, I guess with only 60 culture a turn, it is far away. In the meantime, Sophie did manage to get 45 science with 45 culture, equaled out that science output from Elephant Guy. And if we take a look at the total tab here, we don't have that much of a difference or discrepancy between Sophie's science accumulation and Elephant Guy's Sophie science accumulation. There's definitely a difference in the culture though, 1700 versus 200. Okay, now taking a look over here also on the scores in the yields tab, I do see the production, by the way. They're tied at production, and I do want to check the numbers between the other players. Looking at Burize, he's on 138 versus Denk Psycho's 77. Not to mention Burize will have to benefit from all of those nice and juicy bonuses of his faith generated. Well, do have Gangsta 119 versus the Generals 93. So there are some points over there of maneuver in the 1-1s that are going to be next up being played out. I'm really curious to see how they will actually use those advantages. Also, Persia is just running away with production. 256 production right now. DGS is on 176. Those are the free simmers from both teams. But one thing that I do want to point out, Kree did manage to get those third and fourth expansion outs, and that actually will activate so much for him. Culture, production, science, everything will be more over here for the Kree. But of course, that is again a long-term maneuver. There seems to be a bit of a lack of gold here, or at least a bit of a lack of something on Elephant Guy to get his wing hussars going. It looks like he's at the moment not putting as much importance on these wing hussars as I think they should, especially looking at their sim over here. I'm pretty sure he would need to keep on pushing. Otherwise, yeah, there we go. I mean, this is time over. So he had the opportunity to upgrade all of those, he didn't, and now this is over. Going against the Maritimes will just not be an easy way in. I guess Elephant Guy is just gonna have to sim. It's getting some attack maneuvers against Kumasi here. We do have Sophie, still the one that did put so many the player that did put so many envoys in Kumasi. We got Taruga on the general, and Taruga is this one. Of course, that's actually not that far away from Mapuche here. Is he gonna lose a settler? Uh-oh, gangsta, bro, you have enemy units soon next to you. We do have also Burize keeping a hold of Yerevan. Armagh is being contested over here by the general and DGS. Okay, I mean, nobody wants that city, I'm pretty sure. We do have Buenos Aires on stroke Z. That's very important for him to get some extra amenities on Persia. Very, very important to have. And the Samarkand being held by DGS, then Saiho keeping a hold of Muscat. So they do have both of those commercial city-states. Anshan also being held by Gangsta. Let me see. Also, yeah, great work by Egypt on the pikeman line outside of the borders. Indeed, Sophie did very well to put this defense up. And of course, we can see that Elephant Guy has a bit of a problem over here. But again, the main problem comes from him not upgrading all of his units and going on the offensive over here. Remember that Crusade ability. If he does manage to get that activated, his wing hussars are stronger than the pikemen. Not to mention, the wing hussars are already stronger than the pikemen on the defense. If they are getting counter-attacked over there, they will be stronger. You really need to take that into account. So the moment, the fact that he's not putting pressure on Egypt is just allowing Egypt to get the defense going, get the defense up. Maybe he's wary about what happened at the beginning there. We don't have Kumasi getting attacked here. Of course, he is going to put it under siege soon enough. Does have a boat over here next to that city center, and next turn he will get another one of these wing hussars next to Kumasi. That will go down with the Knight of DGS being over here. It doesn't look like there's a way out for that city center to survive. More of these campuses are also coming out from Kree, and you've seen, look at the explosion, by the way, I have to point this out, and we're gonna need to follow it in the next turns, in the next 5 to 10 turns. DGS is gonna get so much science. All of these don't even have libraries in them. He's building so many campuses from his cities, getting more commercials out, and more cities, more settlers on the way. He will get more of how to say, yeah, he will get a lot of science coming up from his one single library. If they do manage to keep a hold of at least one of these science city-states, and that will be so important. I'm a bit like, it's blowing my mind right now that Anshan is behind enemy lines, and then we got Taruga still behind enemy lines. Like, couldn't they just swapped? I mean, one of them put in Taruga and the other one put in Anshan. It feels like so wrong. You know, like, what is going on? Oh my god. Anyway, it happens. You know, it happens. And when it happens, it happens. Okay. Okay, more pikemen showing up on the front line here. There were a few more of these upgraded, but not a lot of them. Not a lot of these wing hussars, and I don't really believe in their chances to take out the pikemen in neutral land. But oh well, we'll see. Nor do I believe in the chances of these pikemen to actually go against Poland in this kind of scenario. I do also want to point out, of course, we are in the +5 era for the anti-cavs, and there are 10 more turns to finish this. Sophie is probably going to try to get as much as possible to pike shots, and this is what I want to take a look at. I do see printing coming up in 1 turn, so she's going to get that extra diplomatic visibility, which I believe actually, okay, there we go. Poland doesn't have either. Gonna need to get that as well. Okay, well, those are going to be some points. I do see Buenos Aires getting poked over here, and the Elephant Guy is doing some damage here. Okay, so they're taking out the city-states. Okay, they're taking Kumasi out, they're taking Buenos Aires, getting closer with Kree over here, and it does look like they are not that worried about Rome anymore, which, I mean, I kind of understand them. The Mapuche did so much damage against Rome, but I do think the general can actually come back into this. We do have him with 89 science, 65 cultures. He's not that far away from Gangsters 128 and 46, and of course still has quite a few cities that he could place down and make units and so on and so forth. Be you know, be annoying, and that's exactly what he needs to be over here, annoying. We do have campus research projects. There we go. Okay, Isaac Newton coming up next. There we go. Now I see what's going on here. Mapuche on 12 great scientist points a turn. Persia on 9, but Persia has more a set of them. So let's see, 2 projects coming out next turn from both of them. I think both of them, right? It's, yeah, I do see 2 projects here. 2 projects, 3 projects, 4 projects coming. Okay, so it looks like I think Mapuche will get this. Is he higher in slot? That's the answer. Is he higher in slot? Gangsta is higher in slot. You can see Stroke Z is actually last in slot. So this is the moment Mapuche got Isaac Newton. That is gonna be an important amount of science for Mapuche. 152 great scientist points earned this turn. Of course, he just went through the roof over there and managed to get the necessary points for Isaac Newton. I really hope he's not gonna do, he's not gonna pull one of those I misclicked, boys, like, and just pass the scientist. Can you imagine if you passed the scientist after you did all of that? Oh. We got Kumasi defeated. It looks like it's going to go into DGS's borders. There are a few units here from Poland going to the south, and they do deal important damage even against Russia's units. And I'm pretty sure Buenos Aires is going to be on the receiving end of all of that damage initially, and then he's going to keep on going. Banging. Looking at the sim of Sophie, we do have more campuses coming out, a few more settlers. Finally, another wave of at least one settler. Actually, not wave. I wouldn't call one settler a wave, but you know what I mean. There's a next expansion phase here starting to catch, and definitely these pikemen are doing amazing work over here to keep Elephant Guy on his toes. But again, the second the +5 will just disappear, all of these pikemen are out of position from actually getting into piking shots, and the technology is just not there available for Sophie at the moment. I'm pretty sure Elephant Guy wants to wait for this World Congress to finish so he can actually go against these spiky shots much more efficiently with his wing hussars. Gran Colombia seems to be in limbo. Gran Colombia, did get another wave. Oh my god, this is like wave after wave of coursers here. That's the only thing he's doing, just building coursers. And looking at his technology here, he is 3 turns away from getting Laneros. Well, I have to point this out. Laneros, and he has an important amount of them as well. It's just a matter of getting the gold, and I'm pretty sure, there we go, DGS is just flying ahead with gold, 172 gold a turn on Pound Maker. It is quite an important factor what will happen over here. Against whom will Gran Colombia go? I also see Persia starting to prepare with heavy chariots. It looks like he is going to try to prioritize getting cuirassiers rather than anything else. You can see those coming up over here. Stroke Z is going to get a lot of them. By the way, he does have a military engineer building the roads. I didn't want to say that he has a general. Yeah, there we go. He does have a general. Ana Zinga. It's a Renaissance Industrial one. It's a good one to use, and he's getting his bombards up as well. This is going to be extremely important. The Laneros, I do think they should trade very well against, especially with a general, with a commandant general, trade very well against Cuirassier. So I don't really believe at the moment Gran Colombia is in trouble. But nor is he going to be able to go against Russia. And I'm pretty sure he wanted to go against Russia here. Elephant Guy just managed to get Buenos Aires away from Stroke Z, and of course that's going to be an important part of the next turns. I do also want to point something else out. You see the economy here? It's definitely tilted towards a KC Shield instead of tilted towards Persia. Persia was making a good amount of gold. The second he actually switched cards and started getting his units out, well, that actually puts so much pressure on his economy. And of course, he does have an important. They do have actually overall an important part of gold in the bank. They will upgrade these units, but I'm really curious to see if they are going to be able to collectively upkeep all of that army that is going to be needed to be upgraded in the next turns. Also, you see every turn by turn we do have also over here Kree starting to get those science points up. He's getting his libraries. He's definitely arriving at 105 science, 132 culture, and I am really looking forward to see what's going to happen in the next few turns, in the next 5 to 10 turns. Okay, Isaac Newton did get recruited in Ngulu Mapu from Mapuche, from Gangsta, 122 science, 47 culture. He's going for his knights now, and looks like Queen Assyrians are going to be the next waves of units. Still waiting for another campus to finish probably, and I think he's going to try to get that Newton somewhere in Wente Mapu. That's going to be a level 2 campus, 2 adjacency campus, but he's going to get a free library and a free university to work with, not to mention all of the other bonuses. So you might as well wait a bit and get the full bonus of Newton. Yeah, there we go. He just switched it in Wente Mapu. Rather than get a slower bonus earlier. Looks like Buenos Aires actually got... Oh my god, Buriza did manage to flip that. Oh, that's a problem. That is a problem. Elephant guy here must be mad. Must be mad. I don't think... well, I mean... He's gonna get it back, but still, that is 100 Diplo favor just went into Buriza's hold over here, 221. That is a problem for the next World Congress. It basically guarantees they're gonna win the next World Congress, which I'm pretty sure they're not gonna like. Okay, Laneros, Gran Colombia. So this is something. Okay, thanks, Psycho. So I'm sure they're looking at the points, the military points, overall military points. Looking at how much military your opponent has does give you an idea of what will happen in the next turns. If he is on a warpath, if he's pre-building, if he's getting, if he's not getting units, and so on and so forth. If he's trying to sim. You can see actually Stroke Seed did manage to arrive at 616 military strength, while we do have Dank Psycho on 770 actually. We do have actually now the core ability on Persia, and this again will be extremely important. Getting that nationalism, getting the extra points from the core ability. Yes, it will mean a lower number of units, but all of these units, oh my god, all of or some of these units do have Spear of Fion. I totally forgot about that, and it looks like he is building as much as possible from Sparta. Oh, that is gonna be nasty, bro. I can only imagine how hard, awesome this would have been if you would have managed to get Governor Victor 3 over there, but I think it would have been just too much of a sacrifice. Oh man. Okay, so era score points. Let's see the next golden ages here. We got 5 more turns until the medieval era, actually 4 more turns until the medieval era ends. Laneros starting to appear over here in Gran Colombia's territory, and I do see Dank Psycho did manage to successfully see what's going on here next to Kabul, or towards Kabul. He now knows about the night courts coming against him. He knows about the military engineer building those roads towards him, and I'm pretty sure he's gonna need to reposition all of those Laneros over here to defend against a possible attack coming out from Persia. I do see also Buenos Aires got taken back, and it looks like Buriza is moving towards the north with a few of these pikemen. Probably not gonna deal a lot of damage, and again we're just 4 turns away from losing that +5 on the anti-calves. If that bonus will go poof, that's going to be much easier for those anti-calves to be taken out, especially if they remain on pikemen. If they upgrade into pike shots, totally different story, but again I don't really see that happening fast. Strength-wise, do horsemen beat swordsmen? It kind of depends. So strength-wise, the horses are 36, the swordsmen are 35, but they can get more bonuses than the horses. They can get the oligarchy legacy. They can get all of those other juicy ones, and better, I should say, promotions. But they're not fast enough as the horses. The horses on the other side are 36, right? And they do get that promotion with the double flanking bonus, which is quite good, and they are extremely maneuverable, which of course it kind of depends, but they don't do so well against ranged units, as in on the defense they don't do so well against ranged units, and you have to look at their purpose, like Colophonius is saying over here. If you're going for a fast attack, horses are the way to go. If you're going for a harder attack, a stronger attack, swordsmen are going to be the way to go. And most probably you want to defend with swordsmen more than you want to defend with horses. Because of all of that, like the Tortoise promotions, for example, the +10 against ranged units and so on, it's extremely important on the swordsman. I want to see what's going on here in Mapuche's land. Okay, so he's 3 turns away from getting the campus up. Not gonna happen that fast. He's getting his knights out, and okay, nothing awesome. I do see a few Malon Raiders coming up over here, and of course you do see the line of Polish wing hussars defending against these pikemen. These pikemen cannot push through. Like, this is impossible for them to push through now, especially since Elephant Guy did close these choke points. I do also want to see, okay, damage Cuirassier. Let's see damage against Lanero. Okay, Laneros can definitely take on the Cuirassier core. That's not a problem. So it's only a problem of positioning over here. If Dank Psycho can defend on the, oh my god, and he's sending them to the west. He upgraded all of them, right? And he's sending them towards Russia. I hope he's not gonna send them like literally all of them, because this is gonna leave so many tiles open for him. For Persia to move through. Okay, military. Minus 14 gold a turn here from for Stroke C, and he still didn't upgrade all of his units, but he's well over the necessary points. We do have a lot of military on Burize, or a lot of gold, I mean, generated on Burize and Sophie, so it should be fine. Not to mention he does have enough production to hard build from now on if he needs to. Doesn't need to actually pre-build anymore. But I'm pretty sure Dank Psycho is gonna try to join forces with Poland and maybe Mapuche over here to get the damage done on Russia, take away those cities. It looks like they figured out Russia is a much weaker civilization, or I should say player at the moment, in the overall scheme of things. Don't take this personally. In the overall scheme of things, it does look like 3 versus 1 is much more useful over here than it is to go against Persia or Egypt. Also, Gran Colombia with only 3 cities still seems so odd. I know, right? And he did have a lot of land to actually keep on settling over here to the south, to the southwest. Another city that this would have been so useful, by the way, to get a city here, even a non-freshwater city next to the mountains, a good campus, a lot of gold coming out just from the cocoa tiles, and he would have closed off the opportunity for Persia to come in. He would have just got, you know, how to say, a victory inside of that city, and it would have been so hard for these cuirassiers to move. It's not going to be actually that fast to move these cuirassiers through these tiles. You can see they barely can move 2 turns. They do have 5 movement, and of course they're trying to use the military engineers for a bit more, but it's still not going to be some you know, easy adventure for them. We do have crossbows also coming out from Dank Psycho. I do think he's going to go for his middle tree right now for ballistics. Looking at his options, yeah, he's going military. Okay, there we go. He's going military engineering now. He needs stirrups, he needs gunpowder, metal casting, and ballistics, and I'm pretty sure he's going all into Russia. All into Russia. Look at that. Even if he loses his main cities, he definitely can take a few cities from Russia if Russia is not paying attention to this, and it looks like he is not. Okay, we got a few units, a desperate unit attack against the Kree over here, and of course you can see that Kree is starting to counter against this. He might lose the city of Musomin though, if he doesn't shift enter his units out of there properly. Of course, I do see a knight is this one needs to move over here on the 2-1, needs to shift enter. This one also needs to actually he has another one here, needs to get over here on the 1-1, and he needs to withstand another double attack from these units, which are quite strong. It would be ideal actually to get a unit inside of Musomin right now. It again, I mean, that's just, you know, to save the city, but honestly it's not like that's an awesome city to save anyway. Yeah, we do have now also DGS bumping to 123 science, 147 culture. He is on 175 gold a turn. Definitely can upkeep his allies' army and give them gold if they need to. And in the meantime, of course, we do see that Russia is being pressured between 2 big enemies. We're 3 turns away from losing that bonus on the pikemen, and look at these. Look at these wing hussars, they do so much damage, not to mention even the Laneros, they do so much damage against the pikemen, even with that +5 on them. You can imagine how easy it would have been for these Laneros to take down the pikemen without that extra +5. Let's see the first moves here coming out from Dank Psycho and Elephant Guy. He's starting to take down the armies of Russia, going into the main cities as well. He wants to poke around and see what's going on. He will probably move back that general, and there we go. And all of these pikemen did lose their bonus right now. That extra +5, not to mention Dank Psycho's upcoming attack. Looks like they're even ignoring the pikemen. And they're going for the tiles, they're going for the cities, they are going for the objectives and not being distracted by those units from Russia that he put to the north over there. Russia in the meantime did start to upgrade his Cossacks. He's gonna get higher strength cities, and not to mention units to attack him back into the Wing Hussars. A very important upgrade here for Burize. With 91 strength on this side, he does have 20 bonus against Poland's units. This is extremely important. Not so much against the Laneros though. The Laneros should be a bit stronger. Yeah, it's only 85 against 74. And that is a Laneros without that many bonuses from his other Laneros. So you have to take that into account also. We'll see if that's going to be enough to actually topple the Russian cities. Still, these Laneros will get very, very fast against the cities to start to attack against the city centers of Russia. Even though I do see the ancient walls going up. And of course, that extra production coming up from so many good times to use is now giving him the necessary bonuses to repair those. To get his defenses up, I mean. Okay, looks like DJs did also successfully defend Muso Min while he's getting another few units over there on the defense. That city is under siege, and looks like it will probably meet his demise soon enough. I'm actually curious if he's gonna do some last moves here against that knight to take it out and get another tile, not allow them to do the double wham slam. Really curious what's gonna happen in the next turns. Really curious. Okay, on this side we do have also the attack maneuver from a stroke coming against Grand Colombia, and looks like, of course, these crossbows from Grand Colombia are not doing that much against their opponents, against the Cuirassier Corps. A lot more Laneros need to show up to fight here, but he did not actually go against, or I should say, well, I guess it's pros and cons. It's pros and cons. I guess they are getting more heals inside of his territory than outside, and at the same time they're gonna get, I guess, only a 3-point difference. So it should be fine. It should be fine. Okay, first moves coming out. First moves, and Muso Min actually gonna be alive, still alive. Oh my god, it's gonna stay alive. It did stay alive with it. Unbelievable. That city is still under siege though, and you can see. Oh my, no, the general. Oh my god, he actually moved that knight out, and that means the general did allow the city to get from under siege. That is a bit unfortunate. Of course, that city will recover a bit of health next turn, and DGS is probably gonna need to move that knight out to well, I guess allow the city to be taken over. We're gonna need to see if they're gonna fully lose it. We don't have a lot of units going against Russia right now, and of course he's starting to lose quite a few of his units on return. These Cossack Corps will do amazing work over here, just dealing the damage against Grand Colombia's Laneros and the Wing Hussars. I'm actually curious to see how many of these will manage to survive until the end. Of course, with such a big army coming against Grand Colombia over here, it's only a matter of time until Dank Psycho will be in trouble. I would say, actually go as far as to say that he is already in trouble. With one more turn until the next era, I do want to quickly check about their golden ages. We got Burize 1 point over, so he is gonna be getting his golden age. We got Dank Psycho 4 points below the necessary threshold, so not getting it. Gangsta is gonna be 3 points below. Elephant Guy is 73 out of 79, not gonna get it, and he's also trying to get an encampment training project going for a general here. Not to mention, of course, needs to pay attention to what's going on here. So it looks like nobody's gonna get a golden age. I mean, there might be some form of, I don't know, I take your city, you take my city type of shenanigans. Okay, there we go. Buriza did manage to get his golden age. 103 out of 102. Okay, science, let's see. Gangsta 156, 51, science with 54, DGS 128 with 157, and he keeps on checking ahead with his bonuses. Needs to keep the city of Muso Min alive. Well, I mean, I say needs, but don't really think he needs to. It's just, you know, it would be preferred, I guess. And so many units coming up from Deng Xiaoping going against Russia here, forcing them to put a lot of effort into their armies, which is good. They're taking down their economies. One civic, do you get crops? Corpse, you mean? Nationalism, yes. He's I mean, at the moment, looking at the text side here, I do see Deng Xiaoping is in alignment 5 turns. That puts him very far away from getting cores. Okay, so Musomin did get taken down. Looks like they just did lose a knight there. Could have actually saved it, but it's fine. Now he's starting to get a few more knights out from the northern cities, and looks like the moment general is having a problem over here with his armies. He did put a lot of effort into getting his sim up, and of course did manage to get to 121 science with 57 culture, 42 gold a turn as well. But we'll see in the next era what will happen there. Now that we lost pen brush and voice, free inquiry, monumentality, and so on and so forth, we do need to see across the board what the bonuses are. We do have a lot more science and a much better result over here for WCG when it comes to the science output of their empires. We got the Strokes here 170 with a Dark Age, and General 124 with Dark Age, Purize on Monumentality 110. We got Sophie also on Dark Age with 115. On the other side, on KC Shield, we do have a 66 science coming up on Jadwiga. On Elephant Guy, we got Dank Psycho with 56, Gangsta on 151, and DJS on 131. It looks like it is all up to Gangsta and DJS to actually carry this game, while at the moment I fear for the Elephant Guy's chances to go against these. Oh my god, he allowed Egypt to do all of this line of defense, and now he can't do anything about this. This is too late. Well, I guess there's still the +5 from the military resolution. We need to see the next World Congress. We'll see. We will see. And still, I don't think it's gonna be that much of a difference, honestly, at this point. Winkasar, oh, Crusade, man, Crusade, come on, bro, Crusade, use that Crusade. It would have been amazing to see him use his Crusade ability, but it's too late now. Okay, looks like one of the Cossacks might actually go down. Interesting. Oh no, another +5 Congress. Oh man. Okay. Now I need 1 minute to go to the bathroom. Okay, I'm back. So what happened here? I'm sorry, this took a while. Let's see. So we do have Cossack Wars that are getting attacked. I think he's actually gonna try to double wham slam this Cossack War to deal it. Yeah, there we go. No, kill it, kill it, kill it. Oh my god, no. Tank Psycho. Like really? He could have taken out the Cossack Corps. Oh, okay, whatever. Well, I guess these Laneros are having their way against Russia's units, and this is gonna be quite important. He just activated his, how to say, oh my god, that Commandant General, and he did manage to repair all of his units. Now he's attacking the city of Moscow, and he might actually, no, I don't think he is actually gonna take it, but oh well, that is important. He is gonna pillage a lot of these tiles though, and you can see there's a lot of damage done against the units of the main units of Russia on the city of Voronezh and so on. We do need to see, oh my god, Stroke Z did punch through, and looks like he did manage to go through the north over here, repositioned most of his units to go against Gran Colombia's Laneros, and unfortunately those Laneros did not actually arrive at the correct moment in time. He would have needed at least 2 more Laneros to actually keep these Cuirassiers at bay. Well, it looks like this is a bit too late now. No, don't move the Lanero. Oh man, that's not gonna get a heal, bro. Anyway, I guess you know, sometimes it happens in the thing. I also remember somebody actually picked up a drink water promotion. Oh my god, Select 2 1 hour ago did pick up that promotion. I'm sorry. I'm gonna drink water now. I haven't got to watch in months. Love the stream. Hello there, Fallen Hammer, and welcome. How are you doing, sir? Also, Pizza Lord just asked me to redeem water again, and yes, Soul Triangle, we do have Terracotta Army activated. I did notice all of those promotions coming out, and of course you can see over here it is in Bactry. Give me a second so I can get, okay, there we go, my headphones. I pulled the string from my headphones. I also noticed, there we go, we got walls up in Voronezh. Looks like the city of Moscow is being put under siege. There's no way for these Laneros to actually go against that city center, and of course you can see these Cossacks are doing God's work over here to defend the Russian borders. We do need to see how Kree will interact with this war. He is the one that of course needs to carry it in the late game. He has been free receiving for quite some time, and he is making the economy work like a charm here. More of these universities coming up from him, libraries, and of course he's gonna need to start putting down encampments at the next level of his population. We do have to also notice what's going on here on Mapuche. Okay, he's getting his encampments down, 1, 2, 3, getting heavy chariots going, and it looks like he's preparing for some kind of attack against Rome. They're not giving up, and oh my god, I like this. On this side, we do have Elephant Guy that is taking some shots against the Egyptian pikemen. Of course, you can see the Wing Hussars now are doing... Oh my god, wait a second. Wait a second. What happened in the World Congress? It's Pound Maker, +5 loyalty per 10, -20 population growth. Okay. Light Cav lose 5 combat strength. Ew. Oh man, I mean that's Cossack Corps at the same time as these Laneros, but I guess the Wing Hussars, that's why the Wing Hussars are stronger. Oh, Kek W. Who did vote for that? Wait, who did vote for that? That's wait, what? Light Cav, like oh my god, it was actually WCG that voted for that. Okay, sure. Yeah, I don't know about. Well, I guess this actually allows Persia to move in. That's the thing, right? They're doing much more damage against the Laneros from Tank Psycho, and as you can see over here, Stroke Z did manage to push with that extra bonus on his side. So I guess that was well, not that I guess, that was a good promotion. We do have Wing Hussars coming up from Elephant Guy, and he is gonna try to protect his ally over here. We're gonna need to see if the walls will go up, even though, I mean, walls against bombards not gonna be an easy matchup, and I'm pretty sure Gran Colombia over here might meet its doom. It's not something that we were not expecting, honestly. With so few cities, it doesn't look like he managed to seem to win here. And looking at Chris' side, this is the answer we're looking for, right? This is the answer we're looking for. Since Buriza doesn't have an economy, Strokesy doesn't have an economy, General's economy is at how to say level level. I wouldn't say strong, I wouldn't say weak. Sophie also is on only 67 gold a turn. They are on pillage economy right now, and of course there is a lot of gold being generated by DGS over here on 186. Some would say it's a bit too much gold generated over there, and they would have definitely preferred to go a little bit more onto the army side, onto the science side a little bit faster. But anyway, I do see him every turn getting more and more science, the same as Gangsta, 151 now with 144 here on DGS. I do see him also getting that much necessary production boost. He's on 275, and that is going to be important in the next era. But unfortunately, his allies are kind of dying around him, and this is going to be a big problem. We do have a safety settler coming up from Gran Colombia. Dank Psycho is going to try to get somewhere behind his ally over here towards Cree. Or maybe here. Maybe he's going to be putting a city here. I guess that's a good spot, as any. I just hope that volcano is not going to spew lava all over it. You know, allow his opponent to get it much faster. But yeah, ancient walls coming up next turn. We do see the bombards going to the north though, and that is gonna allow the city of Bogota to live a little while longer. But of course we do have a cuirassier course with promotions on them, and bombards need to arrive over there from the main cities of Stroke. You can see how much damage even like this, those Persian cuirassier corps do against the city's walls. That city doesn't have a strong unit inside of it, and of course it's only 65 damage. While these cuirassier corps are 98 on that side, on the attack side. They do have Spear of Fion bonus, a +6 intel on opponents' cities and units, and of course you can see all of that actually matters so much on this side. Let's take a look over here. The city of Moscow got saved. We do see the walls went up, and of course actually all of those Laneros did so many pillages over here in the cities. Did take down a few of the Cossacks, but couldn't quite nail any city from Russia. Now we do have Cuirassiers coming off from Kree. He is gonna need to supercharge his army development here. He did manage to get to the same science level of Stroke Z with a little lower culture, but shouldn't be that big of a problem. And I'm pretty sure he is getting happier citizens. Let's actually see the result of Colosseum here. At least he's on a content level, while on Stroke Z we do have content level. Okay, so they're both at the same level, but Kree here with a lot more pop. No, he's not a lot more pop. Oh my god, look at that. Colosseum actually not doing extremely well over here. Unbelievable. Well, there is one thing that I do want to point out. There was one big continent here, another continent here, and three continents. There should be an advantage for KZ Shield when it comes to continents. By the way, we got Kree on 2 continents. We got Mapuche on 1 continent of his own, and then you can see also Rome is on a bit of that continent. And then on the east side, we do have Poland with Gran Colombia on this continent. So there's an extra continent that at the moment Kree is benefiting from. So definitely needs to get these. Does he have extra resources here that he doesn't have? And so he can get the Mercury. That's an extra amenity. I don't see. Oh, Jade and Ivory. Okay. Cartagena de Indias getting walls up next turn. Of course, I do see Bogota is being put under siege, and that city is going to go down next turn. That is the capital, the original capital of Gran Colombia. We do have the ancient walls also, of course, delaying a little bit the takeover over here. It looks like Elephant Guy did manage to push back these units, those cuirassiers from Persia. He did manage to get to the core ability for these wing hussars, and of course you can see they are doing a lot of damage against even the cuirassiers. Very important to have. It also forced Egypt to move her units back and upgrade them into pike shots so they could be a bit stronger. I'm pretty sure we're gonna see the crossbows also from Elephant Guy turn into field cannons soon enough. They should have enough gold generated between them, and look at Dank Psycho benefiting from 1300 gold in his bank. Very nice. He also moved his settler on that settle spot, and it's just a turn away from settling it. It doesn't look like he's gonna lose the city of Cartagena before that, or Guayaquil. I'm really curious to see how Russia will also get this going, not to mention at the moment Rome, how he will try to get this going, because it looks like Rome will feel the sting of Mapuche. Mapuche over here with 161 science, 128 culture will get the core ability on his units, even though Rome has it as well, and does have a general and Abu. At the moment, of course, Rome is not in a golden age, he's in a dark, and I'm not so sure he's gonna manage to get one before the next era ends. There's a lot more economy though, and on KC Shield because of Kree, all because of Kree. Stroke Z does have the production, does have the units, but he doesn't have the economy to upkeep his allies. I do see a foreign ministry also being popped out from Kree. I also see a few attack units going against Rome here, forcing him to defend against this. Looks like they did take down another city here. Okay, DGS did manage to do some more damage against Rome. And by the looks of it, we do have cuirassiers also needing to be hard built from Rome. That is going to be a problem. Looking at the next tiers of districts here coming up from Kree, looks like he's putting down encampments, which is exactly what he should be doing. I'm a bit concerned about this industrial zone though in POSC Avasis, but that is still, I guess, not that far away from getting his 10th population. He would really need a lot more encampments than he needs industrial zones. You can get the production with the encampments for your units, might as well. Okay, so city. Dank Psycho needs to settle this city. There we go, he just settled it. And then we do have Elephant Guy over here that still needs to defend his ally and delay as much as possible the takeover of Cartagena de Indias. Next turn Guayaquil will get the walls up. I think that actually might die. Yeah, there we go, he just swooped in and took it over, while Elephant Guy is getting a few more units here, a few more wing hussars to defend against this. Ooh, liberation coming up from Elephant Guy. I'm pretty sure, there we go, he just liberated 100 free points coming up, and he did manage to take down one of the cuirassiers of Stroke Z, because Stroke kept that city instead of deleting it. Of course, in the meantime, Cartagena de Indias did lose its walls, almost all of his walls, and it will be quite hard for Elephant Guy to get the units back over there next to that city center. We do have the Crusade belief also activated for these wing hussars, so they do get an extra +7 on their side, even though, of course, you can see the intel coming up from Persia. Very important, by the way. Persia does have a level 2 spy on Poland over here, as well as on well, did have one on Persia. Now he doesn't have one on Persia. There's another push coming from Egypt, going this time against Poland. I mean, she did manage to get as much as possible on the east side of Krakow and Wrocław, that line of units to contain Poland from moving against him. Well, now he's gonna try she's gonna try to go on the offensive over here, and the Elephant Guy is gonna need to defend against pike shots and the support of field cannons. That is gonna be quite a problem. Statue of Zeus coming up in 2 turns from Rakedet, and I do see in the series of Persia more of these cuirassier corps coming out. Of course, this is just, you know, the moment his Stroke Z is just gonna only do cuirassiers into tanks. That's his only mission in life. Might be a 2-2 though. Might be a 2 takeover for 2. I'm actually really curious what's and how this is gonna be played out in the next few turns. 15 to 20 turns. DGS getting more science, getting more culture, 164, 136, not to mention 303. Did manage to not only match the production of Stroke, but go over it with a bit more food on his side because of those trade routes. And of course, you can see universities are starting to pop from his cities. He's starting to get the chops done and moving in units to attack into Rome. These are just gonna have a few pillages here and there. Gonna try to take away a few bonuses here from Rome, which is important because the next upcoming attack, important attack, will come from Mapuche against Rome, and even though it's gonna be a bit desynchronized against his opponent, it's still gonna be extremely important. Stroke Z, it's all about Stroke Z. Is he gonna have the strength to take on Poland next and then keep on going against Cree over here, or is he gonna force Cree into a defensive stance while Cree will not manage to get any kind of defense here against Rome? I think at this moment DGS really needs to start building more units to move them towards Kumasi. It's gonna take a while to actually get there, and I don't think it's gonna be an easy defense. Free Diplo, indeed free Diplo. Okay, sorry, I had a message to respond to. Okay, so Persia looks like he's getting Cartagena de Indias. He's getting another city from Gran Colombia here, and he's gonna keep on going. It's extremely important to actually get this city from Gran Colombia away from him, because that's a military alliance that, of course, his enemies are benefiting from. And at the moment, we do need to see how Poland will counteract into this if he has the strength. It is. Oh my god, okay, it is going to be a challenge to actually get this going. Of course, two cities, this time Stroke C is not going to make the same mistake, he's going to take it down, and we do have Elephant Guy here working on that 150 faith a turn to get the walls up, to get the units both in his borders, and of course try to core them up as much as he can. Extremely important to core those up. And not to mention, he does need to defend against Sophie from the east side. You can see that Sophie is pressuring him with so many units. Actually, whoa, that wing hussar actually made it out. Okay, well, that's gonna be a dead musket soon enough. From the south, okay, let's see. Yeah, there we go. They're gonna try to get Kali. I do see Stroke Z is trying to eyeball that city center, while Elephant Guy is just gonna get the stranglers off. Very important, by the way. Just needs a bit more gold for his wing hussars and iron, and there we go. He should have enough units. City of Plock is also building medieval walls. It is 4 turns away from finishing them, while the bombards will probably get there a little bit faster. I'm curious if they're gonna start shooting before that. I don't think he actually is aware. Well, I guess you can see them, right? You can see the little towers over there. We'll see if Stroke Z is going to prioritize going against the walls and stopping that them from building. I do see also Cossacks going on another attack run against the DGS. DGS is trying to get a few pike shots chopped over here, but I would really say the walls need to go up really soon. By the way, these Cossack hordes do have the -5 on them, and of course they do deal quite an important damage against these cities. Another thing, the lack of an army here for DGS is the one that allows his opponent to actually deal so much damage against him right now. It would have been extremely important for his side to get a lot of pre-bits going. Even if he would have delayed his science, it would have been extremely important to get the units, just a sheer amount of units going for him. He has the science right now. He has a steel also coming up in 5 turns, and of course looking at the text side here, nobody is gonna boost him to that. That will stop the Cossack hordes dead in their tracks, but until then he's gonna lose cities, and these are important cities. He does not have the how to say He cannot make the sacrifice of losing more of these encampments, especially after he got the stables in and so on and so forth. And I think this is from Nakenit, actually. Nakenit? No, it's actually from this city. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Okay, so this is actually a one commercial city, and that's about it. But he did have a market, so that's an extra trade route that he's gonna lose. Well, that's still important. We got Qualifier Corps coming up from Mapuche from the west side, getting a few military engineers, and he's getting a few bombards to go with his army, putting down his encampments, and of course building up an army to go against Rome here. We got Nakinit also taken out. You can see Buriza moving forward. DGS did not manage to get those chops going, and this is going to be again important for his next city. Unfortunately, DGS does look like he might actually lose another city here or two, because these Cossacks, man, look how much damage they do against the city centers. If they keep on banging, that is going to be an issue. And of course, DGS needs to shift enter most of his units away if he wants to keep a hold of those, and doesn't have enough production in his cities to actually get these in a correct amount of time against his opponent. What we do have is 3 walls for medieval walls to go up in Plock. I do see more of these wing hussars are showing up to defend against Troxy, and looks like the city of Cali from Gran Colombia did get oh no, elephant guy, did you just move those units and allow the Cuirassier Corps? Oh my god, well, that's a problem. Look at the wing hussars, man. They just don't have enough against these Cuirassiers, especially when they do benefit from the +6 intel, and at the same time the +5 from the how to say Giant Causeway. Okay, there's no way for Sophie to actually push into Roclo. I do see Elephant Guy did stabilize that defense, and of course he will need to do something about the south here. Now that he's gonna need to go against artilleries, it's definitely gonna be a problem for his cities to withstand that damage. He was supposed to save his dying teammates, not join them. Oh, that's a victory being called out. KC Shield concedes the game, and of course we do have WCG actually picking up that first placement in the Group C. They will have, of course, quite an easier time in the playoffs, and we do need to see if and how, actually, against whom they are going to go against. I do want to quickly check what's going on here. We do have the first one, by the way. I do want to put it up on the screen so you guys can see what is going on. So in the playoffs, in the all matches will be best of 3s. Sif Joe will go against the second B. Second B would be KCFFA between X, and we need to find out actually who's gonna be second B. Second C is KC Shield, and they will go against first D. That's gonna be Ulysses. Oof, that's gonna be a big problem. We do have a first C, WCG going against second D. That is probably, I mean, I don't know between these two, Duhanza but better on mod abuse. I think they're playing, right? So we're gonna need to see that. 1B against the by the way, CW, very good track record on this how to say on this. I do have to say all good things about them. I did enjoy their gameplay, and I do hope they're gonna do very well in the next playoff, in the next stage. 1B will be Duhanza, so they're gonna need to face off Duhanza in the bracket. Well, we'll see how that will. Of course, there is a lower bracket as well, and we do need to see who's gonna be playing in that. All of these matches from now on will be best of 3s. It is gonna be quite important to see what's going on. Give me a second so I can move channels now, so we can see them, so we can hear them talk a little bit about their actions and why they remap, why they didn't want to remap, and so on and so forth. I do want to point out that was something that was understood from the beginning. Poland would have been on the chopping block there, and it looks like, yeah, there we go.
General, well done, Mapuche. I don't know.
I mean,
Good game, guys.
We set it up for it.
It was secret strat to get double from Persia pick.
Yeah, the wheelchair gaming classic. Dude, I didn't sign up for this shit. When am I gonna keep getting forced to play this shit?
No one is forcing you to play Rome.
Imagine complaining about playing Rome.
It's boring as fuck. It's the
I
only
don't know.
problem.
The Rome games are pretty entertaining from the cast point of view.
I'm sure they have. I'm sure they have.
Man, those Malon Raiders, when they came into your territory, they moved all of your army to the east, and then you had to come back to the west. What was that, bro?
Just gotta keep moving.
Dude,
I mean,
the scout.
the most annoying part was that he beat my shift ender and had last moves, so this he can double move with six plus movement unit.
Why decrease it to like 50 billion cities?
Because I went for Colosseum and then delayed my settlers too much. That block on Colosseum fucked me quite hard.
Yeah.
that one horse.
The one horse, yes.
I think there was a miscommunication too, because I was like, well, watch out for Rome, because like he built units, and I don't know, we had stuff going on in the east, so maybe we need to prioritize giving him gold for some chariots and upgrades. I'm not sure.
I didn't thought that Columbia would go for me. I thought he will defend from strokes, because if he's going for me, he'll get enrolled.
Well, no. Here's the thing: is at that point we know we're pretty much screwed. So we need to win a gamble at that point, right? Like if your science was lower, but I guess you got boosted. If you're a little bit slower to your UU, then he does a lot more damage there. And the hope there was, well, then Kree and I was Mapuche, could kind of converge on those two players. Like if Russia gets pillaged to high heaven, or we get some city kills. I mean, it was just a gamble.
Big deal was that Persia had Spear of Yon, and looking Spear of Yon and Scout, and I was like, fucking hell, I'll get Coursier Corps nationalism pushed with Spear of Yon. So I invested all into that, and problem was we did some early miscalculations with Egypt.
Yeah.
And Egypt's tempo, it was just it was too far from me. Even though I set early trader and establishing a road.
You did manage to spread that crusade though. That crusade you never used it.
I think I should have just simmed up and get some more damage on Russia or something else rather than rallying myself into Egypt.
Yeah,
I mean, I think the problem was that you had no one else with the general in Egypt, so we denied all four.
Yeah, actually, if you wouldn't do that, I think Poland without a general would have been pushed.
We talked about how maybe it was a mistake not to remap when we knew Chocolate Hills were on Egypt, and we were planning on buying some horses for Poland. Yeah, I mean, you guys played well.
We bought like 3 horses, but heavy chariots are just it was so better that
I'm going to give my personal unbiased opinion that has nothing to do with my spawn. You should have remapped.
Yeah.
I think so too.
I think Poland should have went for a Colosseum in Lublin instead of all those horses. It was just like there was no reason to push into Egypt. You can't really push it to chariot.
Yeah, but then I pushed into him.
We were hoping that Sofia was a rel though, and like for a long time.
I mean, you're not a rel if you have units that are.
Sure, but the stats were, Yeah, I mean, Chocolate Hills is a lot of tempo to help out there. We probably should have remapped. I guess we knew I was close enough to Rome to Malon, and my plan was to get Malons up early, which we didn't really have enough gold for as much as I wanted. And
I was curious, Mapuche, why did you not swim across the sea to me? Like, I was really concerned about Malons across the sea.
Because I'm boosting bottom route to help Grand Columbia get to his UU as quick as possible. And since I'm that invested in bottom route and Rome's been at least weakened, my hope is that maybe Kree and I can double team Rome. But yeah, I didn't have the ability really. That's a good idea, but I was so invested bottom tree. I don't think that I could really, with you guys' stats were good enough that I couldn't really take that diversion, I don't think. We didn't know you were coastal too, so that's, you're close enough, but I have no idea what the land looks like over there. It's a good idea though.
Well, Persia did have a lot of land to settle his cities in, but so did you, and so did Kree. You just
Maybe I should have gone
stopped at
Magnus. Look at my cap. I'm not sure.
I was curious why Gran Colombia did stay only on 3 cities with that. Well, I mean, he did get at some point Hong Kong or what was that city state, and then lost it.
I think that was our biggest mistake of the game. I think that if we just said, okay, Colombia sim, you know, I think this could, even if Poland has to back off from Egypt, he settled defensively, has some nice river defense. I don't know.
I mean, yeah, I was just trying to defend Poland because Poland does not have that many bonuses early on, and with Chocolate Hills Egypt next to Heavy Chariots, it's just like very hard to defend. So he will die at Classicals probably if I didn't invest in some helping units and double teaming. But yeah, Hong Kong was kind of grief there for sure.
Yeah, this
Yeah.
mountain chain.
I mean, it was very tense game. Not gonna lie, all around. And you guys
during the mid game, it
responded.
was pretty rough, like especially when I was getting Gigi griefed and.
Yeah. I mean,
the
the
Mounds
griefing
were
was
coming through to Bariz. That was pretty tight. But
I
after
think
that, we pulled it
Antium
back.
was waste. Instead of Antium, I think you should have made units.
Yeah,
I mean,
maybe.
I more wanted Antium. There's for
No. I mean
positioning,
just.
but I think the timing, yeah.
Just sit on 5 cities and scale. With you have good campuses.
Probably.
Yeah, you guys played well. Persia, you know, the terror from the east, bringing it home. So, yeah. Well
yeah,
played.
but the thing I got confused with is by St. Petersburg white borders. I thought there was one more city there, but it wasn't early on, and I just decided to surprise him with Corsairs or just straight up go fill Loneros. I think in 3 cities I could have done. I mean, I still did a lot of damage though, but you guys won the 2 congresses that were quite important, and you hire all those congresses very, very hard. So yeah, the liberation just was devastating for our team.
I mean, because of one man alone, I couldn't prepare for your Corsairs push.
Yeah, that was the
Yeah,
hope.
exactly. Our whole point was to try to grief you as much as we can, so we can get some edge and surprise you with a lot of units. You were like 50 fate per turn, and so fate buying units was kind of tough. And we saw you building wonders, so there was an edge where you didn't have any units probably.
I mean, I made only 2 wonders.
Yeah, we just didn't have enough gold. Like, I was gonna head towards mercenaries, and I was like, I gotta do this now, and just hard upgrade a few. We needed a military alliance out east, so I was like, oh, I'll switch off going for mercenaries. I think it did well enough, but not having like the production card for Melons or like an upgrade discount definitely hurt. So I hit you with a lot less Melons than I would have liked to. So that's maybe where we could have saved for that, but hey.
Well, to be fair, if you would have
Calculation.
waited like 3 more turns for a few more melons, you would have ended up fighting knights. So
Yeah,
you did
He-
well going then.
yeah, I felt I had to. So
I think that at the beginning, the remap, I was looking at the spawns and I was thinking that you're basically going to sacrifice Poland to, you know, the RNG gods, and then same with the other 3 civilizations for the mid to late game. But then I saw you were putting so much effort to save him. Was that an option to sacrifice Poland there?
you mean this iteration of the maps?
Yeah, the second one.
Well, he settled defensively. I mean, it's possible that he could have just died, but I think it would have been difficult to really push him. We had enough horses that he could have kept just spamming horses and swapping tiles, I think. Yeah, I mean, that's where I think the big mistake was not having Grand Columbia sim harder, because if he's over there earlier at Russia, think that makes a big difference. And
I mean, I just with the point with Liners, I overextended with my pikes. If I would just fortify, I would never push it. And
yeah, but if he's full on science and he's there a lot quicker, and my science was quick enough to boost him, like I think I got there and it took him 8 turns to get after.
Liners wouldn't push into pikes. They can't push into pikes at all. Pike wall defend Liners easily, and especially if I have course, and I will have course at this point.
And that 5+5 Congress, man. 2+5 Congress is one after the other. I was like, okay, I understand the first one, but then the second one, like, really, bro?
Yep. Happens though, doesn't it?
Yeah. Anyway, well, I guess we're gonna need to find out exactly who are you gonna be meeting next, right? There's a chance you're gonna go against KCFFA, and that is what I think WCG going against KCFFA, and then I think Shield, you guys are going against Ulysse, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep, probably.
Oof, that's gonna be. What are your thoughts on that?
I mean, we're gonna believe in ourselves. Yeah.
Like, and we'll play some fun
strong team, but
it's probably the most fun game of Civ I've had in the past week, I'd say.
That's good. That's good.
Not even gonna lie, that game was very, very entertaining.
Yeah.
Those maps.
So much action from turn 0.
It was not entertaining for me.
It's unfortunate. You just didn't spawn backline. Maybe next game, maybe next game.
Why did you not go for general, by the way, Poland?
Well, if it was sort of a degenerate strategy where we buy me 3 horses, and the horses are stronger the sooner you get them. Yeah.
Yeah, and I thought you
could have if we had been not planning on doing a degenerate strategy, I would have gone encampment archery, and I would have gone for a general. But we were playing degenerate strategy, sort of all in. We wanted to see if it would work. It didn't work.
Well, to be fair, I think that if you went right to horseback, it could have.
If I skipped astrology there, dude, I think I'm griefing.
I don't think so.
I mean, I think it never works because I just have so much production over here.
Yeah, I also
but he can't really predict that, no?
I mean, he can see the chocolate hills.
He can see the chocolate hills, but he can't predict that you settled on 2-3 base with 3-2 and 1-3.
Yeah, in retrospect, I wish that I'd played it a little bit calmer, and if I was gonna play it calmer, I would have said we should remap this. But we had an idea for the game to do a big cheese and see if it will work, and then the big cheese didn't work.
Yeah.
So that's life.
So you gambled.
Exactly.
Okay, got it.
Yeah, we took a gamble there. If I wasn't in a gambling mood there, I would have probably asked for a remap because I'm playing Naval Poland with Egypt and Chocolate Hills between us.
Well, that's another positive, right?
Like that's not going well, right?
Yeah.
Well,
but
that was
we had a strategy that could mitigate it by rallying the shit out of Egypt, which sort of worked. We ralled them. We ralled each other. I was maybe a little bit more relevant. I don't know how Egypt's GPT was looking toward the end of the game.
Very good.
So we ralled each other, sort of neutralized that. And the only issue there was we didn't have Gran Colombia simming no more, I think. And the Hong Kong thing was a bit of a fuck up. We overestimated our strength, and Egypt's a good civ.
Yeah, but the naval trade routes were a benefit, right? We knew we were
the naval trade routes with Kree were okay. We were making I don't know, Kree was making a lot of money there. I had to send trade routes earlier to get gold with Gran Colombia.
Dude, if that Kree scout didn't grief me, I could have settled my 3rd city coastal and got naval traders with Russia, but unlucky.
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
I mean,
I think my 3rd and my 4th cities were both non-fresh because of
yeah. If I was playing a more standard game there, where we weren't planning on cheesing, I would have gone for encampment. You wouldn't have denied me a general, and I would have clicked on crossbows. Like it would have been a game. I still would have gone initiation right, so I'd made some archers. I would tried to hold the river. I probably could have done it, but I mean, Sophia had a lot of tempo. Maybe it would have been tight.
Yeah, she had an issue with the strategic resources, though. That was the
Sophie
problem.
had an issue with the tech tree. She forgot how it worked.
Oh, really?
What did you do?
She went ironworking first on Egypt.
I mean, I thought you were gonna pick a ironworking thing, a great sword, and I was just gonna go in head first. But then I saw we had no iron and no gold, and I just got really miserable.
How did you have no iron with Persia and Rome on your team?
I did say that I thought you would go swords.
They didn't upgrade them. They upgraded them so late, like
Oh yeah, they
26
didn't.
or
Yeah,
something.
it was. Yeah, I mean it was tight. It was still a close game. I think I mismanaged the push a little bit. I could have been on your cities. I could have probably made it to your cities with the horses. I think I forgot to move 2 horses one turn, but that's life. I mean, lot of shit to do in those 30-second turns early game when you have like a mill score of 300.
The last point on that point is we knew you had no more gold at that point, so we're like hoping that played to our favor, that couldn't panic buy units, but you know, so if you
But
play
no, I think in retrospect with that sort of cheese, I need to send the settlers straight toward the chocolate hills and pray.
Yeah, for sure.
I think I was a little bit too defensive there. I actually sent my settlers straight toward the horses because I figured horses would be our limiting factor that game. So my first settle was literally just for strategic resources and getting them up. But I think I should have been more of a gambler.
Well, guys, thank you very much for an awesome game, and I do hope we're gonna see each other in the next ones. And good luck for the next run. And I do hope in the playoffs you're gonna have more games like this, more games that are gonna be fun and competitive.
More fiestas.
Yes,
Absolutely.
more fiestas, guys. Have a good evening.
Yeah, you guys played well. Good game, guys.
So there we have it. We heard a little bit from both WCG and KC Shield. Both teams, of course, got to learn from each other exactly what they did good, what they didn't do good, how they could have done better, and so on and so forth. Which is exactly why we have these post-game chats. I do have to thank everybody for showing up, and of course, I do hope you enjoyed the show here. I do hope. I do also want to thank you for the subs, for the followers, for everything. If you are coming from YouTube, thank you very much for joining and seeing this. This was a live stream for a few weeks ago, and I do hope you're gonna throw it a thumbs up because you like the content. If not, okay, sure, I understand, throw it a thumbs down so I know I need to actually improve it a little bit here and there. Tomorrow we will have a game from the LBC community. It's gonna be at 2100 GMT, quite late in the day, I know, but that's Brazil time. I do hope we're gonna see each other tomorrow, and of course we're gonna see BDS go against TNT old school. We need to see exactly how these big boys from LBC do fight against each other, and I do hope we're gonna have an amazing show tomorrow as well. In the meantime, I'm gonna close the stream, and I'm gonna send you guys to Task Force Fish, so stick around, and definitely there's more content to see. Thank you very much, guys. Have a good one, and of course have some fun with some Civilization 6 content. Bye bye bye.